On the last episode, Sylnan received a letter, and it was from Tristan, one of him and Ugarth's old friends.
Dear Sylnan.
This is Ugarth's journal. Please make sure he sees it back to him because he never likes to travel without it.
Sylnan and I pried open our father's briefcase to see what he had left inside.
A shadowy figure emerges and sits in between you. I guess you could call me an echo. A dissonant whisper of what your father was.
After yeeting our father's soul into fucking orbit, Obnox Shai demanded I rob the play we were planning to perform in or lose my beautiful life clock. Looks like Sylnan and I will have to steal the show.
And then we met Chup, an uninvited man of metal. But we're just gonna have to roll with it.
So, picking back up, you guys were being tailed by the wonderful new robot friend, and you were heading to the theater. It's pretty early in the morning right now. I would say it's about just breaking dawn. Some people are heading to work early, but most of the streets are pretty empty as people are still asleep. But you guys got up pretty early since you didn't do much last night.
Was I still in the forest, or did I head back already?
You headed back. You said you headed back afterwards.
All right, so we did long rest?
You guys long rested. Everybody did a long rest.
Okay.
You guys make it to the Crossing Hammers, the inn/lounge/theater that you guys have only made very brief acquaintance with. You were there once very quickly, didn't really look over the place. You were in, got freaked out, left. So, as you enter inside, the center room is sort of shaped like a very wide hallway straight to a circular, very large open room as you enter. The front door comes through this big wide hallway, a red carpet rolled out the center. On each of the walls there is a golden mounted torch with paintings in between each that seem to represent either a play or at least a scene from one. Different epics, different adventures. There are people fighting dragons with single swords. There are stories of people climbing mountains. Just these very epic sort of paintings, these inkwell paintings on the sides. As you walk into the circular room, on each edge, as it comes into the circle, there are these large couches with these end tables in the front where people seem to be sitting and chatting. There's about 6 patron-looking people currently in here, very regal, not like the rest of the town. They seem very frilled, and most likely they reside here. You'd assume how early it is for them to be here, but there are then people around in this room when you enter.
Did we talk about what we were gonna do here already? I don't know.
No, Br'aad hasn't even mentioned that we're
Okay, I pull Sylnan aside. Okay.
Oh.
Sylnan, hey, how's it going? I was thinking maybe what we do. You wanted to participate in the play, right?
Yeah, actually, I was really into it.
Okay, I do too, but instead of participating, I want to steal all of the money
You want us
from the
deal.
from
Okay.
Thado. Yep. That's what I'm
Okay,
thinking. So how would you feel about a little bit of a heist, sort of? We could get everyone in on it.
Wait, everyone.
Maybe not. Okay.
I
minus
look
a
at
couple.
Velrissa from like across
Yeah,
the
no,
room.
no.
Everyone.
She cannot know that these words were ever said.
Do I hear them?
But I'm just.
How far did you pull away?
Yeah, it says, how far did you guys pull away?
Yeah, how far
Oh,
did you
like-
pull me away?
A foot.
Yes, the whole party can fucking hear you. Are you kidding me? A foot? Hey, come here, quick.
2 feet.
I look at Velrissa 2 feet beside me. Even her.
Everyone's just looking back at you guys like,
What are you guys doing?
Now, hang on. No, I'm just going to say like the edge of the room.
Okay, so pretty distant away. If you want, you can make a perception check, Taxi, see if you hear him.
sure, I assume that I just noticed him like pull Sylnan away.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try eavesdrop. Wait, can I read lips?
Can you read lips?
Yeah, I can because I took the observant feat.
Yeah. I'm about to say, with your past perception, I would say you can definitely read lips, for sure.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, yeah, you pretty much understand what Br'aad is insinuating. At least you hear a lot of the major words about heisting and what his plans employs.
Taxi lets out a sigh.
As well, at this point, Hiltrud also like hobbles up to see what you two are talking about.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of gets near like Sylnan's leg and just kind of like listens in as well.
Hiltree.
Hiltree, huddle up. You want in on
right,
this?
right, yeah.
We gotta crack down to his height, you know?
All right, here's what I'm
Be the
thinking.
little
Here's what
fucking
I'm thinking.
hands.
All right, stealing. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I like stealing.
Always,
All right.
yeah.
All right. So we do that
All right.
Yeah.
from
Uh-huh.
from Thotto.
Who?
Yes.
The lizard? I'm sure you've seen him, right? The dragon boy?
The big dragonborn guy.
I wasn't paying attention.
Well,
O'Reilly
he's got a
remember.
lot of gold, I've heard.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we find that, we infiltrate, and then we take it.
We take it. Wow, that easy.
And that's the only plan you got.
Well, I mean, I'm working out the details, but like that's sort of the rough roadmap of it, I feel.
Yeah, it's not much of a roadmap, more just like a blank piece of paper.
Okay, you put a couple marks on that paper then. What are you thinking? You got any ideas?
Oh well, I could act like I hurt my leg.
That's a good one. Don't
Yeah.
ever
Well,
see
it's-
that
it's
coming.
Classic.
always works.
Classic. Yeah.
Classic. Very, very good. Yes.
I'm gonna distract Velrissa.
Distract Velrissa.
Yeah, I've kind of just been looking around and trying to figure out what they're doing or what they're talking about.
Every odd few seconds, I glare back at Velrissa and look back at Br'aad. And
We
It
just-
makes
we-
me
everyone keeps
okay. I'm
glancing at
extra
Velrissa.
staring at Sylnan.
I'm gonna talk to Vel while they're having this conversation.
I'm just kind of looking around aimlessly.
This place is kind of interesting, isn't it, Vel?
I haven't really seen anything like it.
I guess it's beautiful, right? Like, is
Oh
it
yeah, no,
pretty?
it's very regal. I said like a lot of the trimming of the walls is like golden. There's golden mounts for the torches. The frames of all the paintings around are also golden. The actual frame in itself is a very deep mahogany wood. It seems like whoever created this place spent a lot of money just trying to make it look fancy.
It's beautiful, like, at the very least.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. I could only imagine what kind of work went into building this place. What kind of money?
They probably have a lot of money. But yeah. I wonder what we'll do here, what kind of show they'll put on.
I mean, aren't they doing the show about the dwarf?
Right. I just wonder how it, like, ends up turning out. I didn't read the full... You know, we should probably sit down, maybe. This way.
Wait.
They give Taxi a
Alright.
thumbs up.
from like far away, even though you can't hear him.
From very far away. I don't know what he's talking about, but I assume it's really good, and I send him a thumbs up.
I look over at Br'aad. and he's
I
giving
follow
me a thumbs
Taxi
up,
to
and I give
wherever
him a
he's
thumbs up
taking
back.
me.
Yeah. I give Mountain one right in the middle. Do you get worried about that for a second?
I give him a middle finger,
Oh, but then I start to move it up a little.
and I go back to the thumbs up.
Okay, I give him a thumbs up. I call Mountain over.
All right, I'll walk over then.
I guess I'll just take
Sylvan,
Velrissa
do
to
you
look
think-
at the art and stuff. I guess if there's paintings.
Just appreciate the art.
Appreciate
good.
the art.
No, as long as I get
Besides-
to hear you make up art critique, I'm totally fine with it.
Taxi, make an investigation check.
Okay.
Actually, no. What's your intelligence?
12.
12.
So just a
okay,
plus one.
Passive. Yeah. Go just make an investigation check for me.
That was really bad. Yeah, 9.
A 9. Yeah, it's really good art. I mean,
This art
Other
is
than-
really good.
I said most of it is made inkwell. Some of it is a lot more painted. It's oil paints, very specific colors, shadows, details. Whoever made these, or it's no laughing matter. These are made probably by some serious artists of at least this side of the realm.
I point to one. How does this one make you feel?
What's on the painting?
The one he points at, the painting shows, sort of at the side of it is,
something really
it's
bad.
it's almost like a simple detail of like a mountain, the way it like zigzags up. There's a single man walking up it, and at the very end, there at the very top of the mountain, which is about half of the painting, there is a golden chest, but right behind that is a deep chasm that shows like a fiery hell with serpents that are coming out towards the top of the mountain as well.
That painting makes me almost feel kind of adventurous. Makes me want to go out and maybe find a chest like that.
Really? I look at the
Maybe-
fire and stuff, and I'm not feeling very adventurous when I look at that.
Well, look at the possibilities of what could be in that chest.
Sure. That's interesting view. Oh, well, what about this one? And we'll just do that while they have their conversation.
Mountain, get in here.
Hey, Sylnan, do you think we should tell... Oh, I already... The mountain.
He's already on his way. I'm sure he can help us somehow, you know.
What's
Okay.
up? What are you guys doing over here?
Hey, so
All right.
we are going to, and I look around a little bit.
I look
Steal
around too.
I also look
Steal?
around.
this place. We're gonna take everything that this place is worth. You know.
So you
That's
wanna,
a lot. I don't know about that
So you want
much.
to kill
Okay,
all
we're
these
gonna take
people
a-
and just fill a bag with their stuff?
No.
Let's hold
We're
up.
going
Let's
to-
hold up. Okay,
Yeah,
let
so
me
slow down a
explain. Let
little
me
bit.
explain
Yes.
the game plan
Go
here.
ahead,
okay?
bro.
Okay.
All right. So, Thotto, the Dragonborn, the one who runs this whole gig,
Yeah, the one who's trying to
He's-
fuck Sylnan.
yeah, he is trying to
I
still.
just look at that.
Good or bad news, depending on where you're at. He is trying to fuck you. We could use this. All
I
right.
don't-
But he
Wait.
is.
But-
he's loaded.
I don't
He's
want to
loaded like
He's like. No, you
Like
say
he-
yours.
he has a lot of money. Gold.
Okay, I thought you were going somewhere different with that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Just had to clarify that.
And I, through a source, know that that's up in his office behind a safe. And it's a source. I said so. I mean, I don't think that needs to
If
be
I'm gonna get
clarified.
involved in your plan, you're gonna have to let me in a little bit more.
It was me.
I buy it. All right.
You fucking got him.
Easy.
So, since
Pluck him
Sylvan's
on the
already
head.
got his foot in the door here, I mean, while we're here, we might as well make a little bank, I'm thinking, for the road.
Yeah, I don't much like this place. I wouldn't mind maybe
Stealing
taking a
from
little
it?
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Guy's
look
kind of
at
a
this,
prick
all
anyway.
this art they have. They've got all this stuff. They won't miss it that much.
I mean, yeah. There's
I don't
gotta
really
be a
care
lot
for
of
the
money
art,
in
but
this
if
vault
we're
that you're
taking
talking
gold, then that's fine.
We
I
are
mean, art-
talking gold.
art-
So you're in?
is worth a lot, but I mean, we can't really.
What's
take
your
it.
plan?
It's open.
How do you want to go about
Well,
this?
that's the one that we're working on right now.
We should probably like case the place before we do anything here.
I'm thinking today can be our scout out day.
Yeah,
We
scout
can
it
look
out,
around.
right, yeah.
Yeah, scout it out.
Yeah.
But we need a
If we know
distraction.
where it is, let's just go take it.
We need a distraction.
Well, no, that's not how this works.
The distraction.
Been in the
Right,
game
yeah.
for a long time, Mountain. We gotta
Yeah.
get the scout. Yep.
yeah.
gotta
What,
get
what
the
are
lay
you
of the
thinking
land.
for a distraction, Hilltree?
Or I don't know if he likes boys. I mean,
Sylnan's right up there on
we
his
got
list.
we got boys right here.
So what you're saying is we get Sylnan to go flirt with
This.
Dragon Guy, and
I'm liking this. Is a
we-
great plan.
I don't.
Well, I'm not saying
I don't
right
know.
now. I mean, when we're doing the thieving. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's in his office, we can't really get it if he's in his office.
Hilltree, have you always been this good at planning?
One of us has to do it. He can't fucking raid. He just points up at Sylnan.
I look
Fair
down,
enough.
kind
Okay,
of like
well-
offended.
Let's case the place out. Let's look around.
Butcher's savage.
I can plan.
do
I
what
don't
you
need to
gotta do.
read the plan. Thank you. You didn't need to be so.
He didn't mean it, Sylnan. Don't read into it too much. Oh.
So fucking. Someone just looks down, very upset.
Okay, so
visibly sad.
let's break. Let's try to scout around. No one get into too much trouble. Let's break on 3. Wait, put our hands in the middle, and then we'll all say something on 3, and then we break.
I know. Let's say heist.
Really loud.
All right, everyone,
loud.
shit like
All right, let's do it.
Let's not do it actually.
One,
but you know,
2, 3.
Oh, no.
Ice.
Right.
not that.
Haste, fast, quickly to the
Haste.
play.
Yes,
Taxi
I've got to get
shivers.
the roll.
I chuckle a little bit and start walking over towards Taxi.
As you begin walking towards Taxi as well, another man enters the room. He comes out from there are doors on, not corners because it's a circular room, but on each side there are double doors that seem to go down more long hallways. The one opposite of where the front door is opens up, and a man wearing a white overcoat with blue trimming comes out. His hair is very obviously a wig. It's very pompous and very powdered. As it throws back across the shoulders, he comes out and kind of surveys the room and immediately takes attention to the entire party, who seem extremely out of place in this area.
Nice.
I glare at him,
Just mountain.
and then I look
That's not-
back towards Taxi and start walking.
Does Taxi even notice him? Is he's like not facing him?
You guys look at the art, so probably not, no.
Yeah, I don't think we'll notice it.
But he approaches Br'aad, Sylnan, and Hiltree
Okay.
first. He comes up to you guys. As you're walking over to Taxi, he kind of ignores you and goes over to them. He looks at you first, Br'aad, and kind of just gives you a small squint, kind of almost like a little head cock.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Well, my brother here was interested in the play and got offered a position, and so a couple of us were also wondering if we could get in on it and felt we might fit some of the roles.
Oh, funny. Did Thado invite you, or are you just inviting yourselves?
No, Thado, we spoke to him earlier. He seemed very keen to have us here.
Was that really true? Or is that a bit of a deception?
No, I think it was. He wanted Sylnan.
He seemed
You wanted
at least like
Sylnan.
with
I think he
Sylnan,
wanted.
yeah.
I think he wanted Mountain.
I must
too.
say, just make a persuasion check, because it seems
Okay,
it's
sure,
slightly,
sure,
it's slightly
sure.
true. It's not really much of a lie, so go make persuasion.
22. Yeah, 22.
He goes, oh, well, I mean, now that you mention it, you got quite a pretty face. You might work for it. Bit of makeup. might
No.
help it.
Yeah, you think
Well,
so?
how many of you are wanting to be, on stage? You, your brother here.
Mountain over here, my friend, I think is also very interested.
He looks over at the dwarf and goes, he would make a good fit on the main role, actually. I think I remember Thado mentioned him. What about the rest of them? The cat and the devil over there.
Well, do you think there's any roles that would fit them? I don't know the play too well.
Possibly.
He can turn into animals. You have like a bird.
That is interesting to know. However, for the purple one, I mean, she could make a good servant. Possibly a slave.
In the play, right?
Oh, of course, in the play.
Okay, yeah, you just got
This
weird vibes for a
motherfucker.
second. I was kind of uncomfortable.
This play takes place, I mean, over 100 years ago. Stuff like that was a lot more common than it is now.
Of course, yeah.
It's just a play. It's just an act. We're not going to actually put anybody in shackles.
No, or steal.
Of course not. Yeah.
Anyway, Thado's not here at the moment. He actually just he went out of town to pick up some supplies for making some props
Oh.
and some backdrops.
I see.
He did say
Well,
that
is there anything we can help around with here, or?
we don't start setting up until about 4 hours from now. It's quite early. We don't do much right now.
Okay.
Maybe there is one thing you can do for us, actually. We need a bit of blood. Not any of yours, please.
Okay. Bro, I had like a dagger slightly pulled out. Like I'm ready to
Just
give.
like pressed against
Whatever
his
it
hand. I'm
takes.
ready.
No. For this, especially this is a very brutal play. Very realistic. Some of the scenarios require a bit of blood, a bit of fake injuries. We're obviously not going to actually hurt anybody. We're going to make it look as realistic as possible. So we need some blood, animal blood, creature blood. If you can go get some, collect it in vials, we can mix that with some powders, make it a bit more thick and a bit more realistic. It also makes it wash off easier.
Do we still have the? Did Taxi sell that wine blood?
Yes, he did.
You can't have it.
Motherfucker. He says across the room.
Across the room.
I look at him. He looks at me, and you're like,
he's looking at the painting.
Shakes his
He
head.
can't even hear
Someone
this.
talking
He's
about
looking
my
at the
fucking
painting.
blood over there?
You can't have it. He just has like a tick.
It's mine. My blood.
You should just hear that in your head whenever you mention Taxi's name.
Just taxi. No.
No. Yeah, that
mean-
sounds perfectly doable.
Great. Of course we'll pay you for it as well. I mean, no services around here go without a fortune in turn. Honest pay for honest work, as they say.
A fortune. That's a lot. How much? How many vials do you need? First of all.
I mean, the more the merrier. We can always keep more in stock for later. I would say I will give you guys. I would say 5 silver a vial.
I can work with that. I mean,
Sure, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. Let us just get the rest of our friends here, and we'll go out and do
Right.
that quickly.
I also let
Yeah,
Thada
just
know
peek around a little bit.
you and your friends came around. I'm
For
sure he'd
I don't.
love.
I don't believe we'll be that long though. This shouldn't take too
I'm sure
long.
he'd love to speak with you when he gets back. I don't know
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
will. He doesn't tell us much about his ventures. He just likes to go out on his own. He's a very independent man.
course.
How often does he go out like that?
Not frequently. He does like to stay in his office a lot. He likes to take some friends in there. He has a very large open area with he can lounge, drink, and be merry on his own. So
Of course,
he
yes.
doesn't leave it quite too much, but when he does, he is gone for.
But he watches the
quite-
plays, of course, right? I mean, like, what's
Well,
the point
yes, of course. His office actually overlooks one of our main stages.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh,
Okay, interesting.
Well, thank you again. What did you say your name was, by the way?
Baldric, you can call me Baldric.
And what was he again?
What is Baldric?
Yeah.
He's human. His skin looks very pale, and the closer you look at it, you come to realize that it's powdered. He's wearing a lot of foundation makeup along with the powdered wig.
Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, we'll definitely bring you some vials of blood for sure. Yeah, no, this should be
I look forward
no
to
problem.
it. But as I said, make sure it's animal or creature, and there's nothing weird about the blood. No poison, nothing acidic. Just nice, red, irony blood, please.
All right.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Thank you. I don't need any more incidents today.
I won't even ask. Well, good to meet you, Baldric.
It has been my pleasure.
Goodbye.
And you just walk away.
Okay. Wait, this is perfect. First of all, that was a good amount of information we just got.
That was good. I like that. He
Yes,
just
but also,
sort of gave it to us.
yeah, no, he just completely free. I mean, that was great.
I mean, that's kind of what happens when you talk to people.
I don't
no, it isn't.
understand.
You don't know what you're
he's
talking
saying.
about, Hiltree. Anyways,
Hiltree, we've been in the business
so-
for a long time.
listen. I think when we get paid, that might be the perfect time to go into the office and potentially get a look at the place. You know, I don't
Here's
need to
what
fuck.
I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. No one suspects us yet. We've got a job. We've got a duty. Why don't we just peek around here? We're just a couple curious dudes. So let's just get
No.
a scout out. If someone thinks we're too weird, we just go get the blood, come back.
Oh, sorry, I was looking for the bathroom or something.
Yeah, the bat. I was looking for just
bathroom.
blood. I was just looking for blood. Thought some
I
might
was
be
looking
in
for
this.
some blood. I mean, yeah, let's take a look around quickly without rousing any suspicion, I guess.
All right,
I mean,
sounds good. Let's not arouse any suspicion. Heist on 3.
3, 2, 1.
Heist.
No, not really. Anyways.
Except we don't do that.
Yeah, we
Retcon,
don't do it.
retcon.
Quick.
Control Z!
Well, I'm gonna say at this point, you guys then actually regroup after this dumb shenanigan, just to catch up everybody on what's going on, what everyone's doing.
This whole campaign is a dumb shit.
Hey, so yeah, we have a job now. They need blood.
They need blood.
They need.
Yeah.
I know how that sounds.
gods.
Blood for the blood god.
Hiltree, oh my
That
god.
wasn't Hiltree. That's not good. Hiltree just his fucking neck just snaps and his eyes turn fucking
why are
void
his
black.
pupils
roll
red?
inside his
Sylnan, what
head.
is going on?
I don't
It
know.
starts foaming fucking like from his mouth.
Is he bleeding from his eyes?
Just
They need our blood.
No, they just need some random creature blood.
No,
It's for,
not
like,
yet. They
so
just
like-
need
like an animal's
Stage,
blood.
stage props. Yeah,
An
animal
animal's blood. Yeah, Taxi,
We're
come here.
getting
Oh no!
Wait, Mountain. Listen,
What?
I know he
You
punched
said
you,
they
but I
needed
think that's
animal
going a little bit
This is
too far.
not the time for that.
Taxi. Oh, yeah, I don't have a knife or anything. He just holds out his hand here.
No,
No,
are we
I was
doing this?
Joking. Put that down. No. All right.
Wait, now hang on. We can get it done pretty
No,
fast
no.
if we do it this
Where-
way.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there. What is going on?
Oh, well,
Getting
we've
blood.
been hired.
You're
We're
not
collecting
here?
blood.
Listen,
Yeah, to collect some blood for the play.
I'm not gonna go with you if you plan on slaughtering a whole bunch of animals for just some vials of
Listen,
blood.
It's
Okay.
it's the art of performance. You have to respect that.
If you figure out a way
It's for
to
the
take
greater
their
good.
blood without killing them, I can help.
All right. How are we gonna do that? Why do we have to figure that
here,
out?
how about we kill
It's your
them and
idea,
then
you figure
I'm not.
Velrissa
I'm not a med.
passes them on to the afterlife.
Oh, yeah, then it's fine.
That's not.
yes,
that's
then
not how
that's,
this works.
that's totally. That's how this
not
works.
at all
If you-
how this works.
I thought that's what you did, Velrissa.
You can't just use me as a way to kill things
Fuck.
and have it seem any
I
better.
don't agree with mindlessly killing
80
animals just
damage
for vials of
disagrees.
blood.
Listen, I don't think we need to kill any more than one. His sacrifice will be worth it because we will be at least a few gold richer. Think about it.
And then we can keep the meat and eat it.
Yes, that too. Think about it. We'll use every part of its body as God intended.
A true honor
As-
to the creature.
Whatever your God's name intended.
I look at Taxi. What are they trying to sell us here?
It cannot be a child,
Listen.
and it cannot be a
Why?
mother.
Okay, so that's like half the population
That's
gone.
so many of them.
How am I supposed to tell if it's a female or a male or if it has a baby?
Well, it depends on what animal you're going
Look for
to.
the dick.
I don't.
What? I mean, if it's a dude, it's gotta. Okay, whatever.
Listen, think about it though. I'm sure we can get all the blood we need from a single animal.
You guys are forgetting they didn't just say aminals.
Oh yeah, that's right. It could be any other creature or beasts.
Oh, we could go find.
Let's find a monster.
We could go find some creepy crawlies and just slaughter them and call it a day.
Yeah, wait, but it can't be like poisonous or like acidic or whatever.
If you guys want to look around here, I can try and take care of this vile situation by
I'll go with
myself.
Are you sure?
Oh,
I
yeah, I feel
agree.
like you shouldn't
It is
go
awful.
alone.
It is a vile situation.
I feel like I feel like you're the best
sympathize.
for the job, honestly.
Thanks for
Taxi,
stealing
I mean,
my
like-
goddamn joke. Yeah, Mountain and I can go with Velrissa if you want to join. Actually, Velrissa, you should come along.
Hopefully,
Just
you
don't-
don't have to
Just
resort
don't
to
die.
violence.
Don't think I have any other choice. I'd like to come just to make sure they stay out of trouble.
Sylnan and I are staying here, and they're all going for the animals.
That's what it sounded like. I mean,
Or
Velrissa,
creatures.
What did Velrissa
Yeah.
want to do?
I said I was gonna go to make sure they stayed out of trouble.
Okay, so yeah, and then Mountain's going with. Well, what kind of animals are you wanting to?
I'm looking for. Okay, I either want to look for a predator. I just slipped out of my accent. I either want to look for a predator in this forest, or like a disgusting creature. I guess I don't think we would
to
find.
catch a predator with Taxi the Tabaxi.
Make a nature check.
Jesus,
right now.
guys, I got a 3. It didn't even roll. It just hit the thing and stuck on 2.
You got a 3. You are not sure at all what animals might be in this kind of forest.
Isn't that a little?
Would I have any clue?
Can I make a nature check?
Sure, Mountain can make it. It would make sense. Mountain might know. Mountain, good try.
Well, yeah. Do you think I'd know, like, maybe be able to recognize
7.
anything, or maybe books I've read? Who knows?
What's your nature?
It's +1.
I would say just make a general wisdom check for Velrissa. That would be a nature check.
Okay.
I'm just all right. I'm gonna venture into.
That's a 18.
18. Velrissa, you're not very knowledgeable when it comes to wildlife or creatures, but you would guess, especially this close to a town in a forest like this, there's definitely going to be some sort of game creatures, maybe like elk or deer. When it comes to predators, you aren't exactly sure, but you're sure there obviously has to be. So you would guess maybe wolves, nocturnal creatures like nocturnal predators are probably more likely in an area like this. But other than that, you're not exactly sure.
Here's my idea. I could befriend a predator and ask them to bring us prey. That way we're not disturbing what they normally would do, and just take
Or
the
we
blood
could
from
just kill the predator.
the animals they kill. Well,
to catch the predator.
Where would you like to head? Do you think maybe the forest would have some
well,
good animals?
if you're talking about wolves, then we'd have to wait until tonight.
Right, but maybe we can find some of their prey or anything around there if we went now.
Let's just go and
Unless
see
you
what we
wanna
find.
wait.
There's got to be
Unless
something.
you want to wait till night.
Yeah, we could take a look around the forest right now while they fuck about and
Well, they
We-
fuck.
Literally.
Fuck.
And maybe you can speak to some of the wildlife and see if they give you any information.
Or blood.
I'm gonna run a blood drive in the forest.
Do it.
Give them
Just
free
so-
movie tickets, theater tickets, dude.
Bro, give them, I swear to God, give them theater tickets.
All right, so Mountain, Velrissa, taxi heading towards forest. Sylnan and Br'aad hanging around waiting for Thardo.
Well, we're
No,
actually
we're scouting out, we're
scouting
scouting out.
out.
We're
the
So you're
place.
looking,
That's
so look
okay,
around the
play
area.
story.
Look around. You're just looking around the area. Okay. So I'm gonna have who is going to be sort of leading the way around when you're scouting about. Okay. So make an investigation check.
Oh god, it had to be investigation, didn't it?
Yes.
Better you than
That's
me, I
okay though, because it's a 13.
13. Okay. As you're walking around, you kind of go through the different doors. You learn, so as you come to the front door, there are 3 double doors around the circular room. The one on the left seems to lead towards inn rooms. Not like necessarily like a common inn where it's like a small, bed, table, that's it. There's this very large open area. It seems almost like people are housed here. Like there's plenty of room, there's private baths. There is, large bedrooms, just almost like an apartment in nowadays times down this left side that ends with office rooms that seem to be more for people who work here instead of just live here. It curves around and actually connects to the same larger area that's down the hallway of the next door that is opposite of the front door to the circular room, where there is first of all, it starts with a very large room. This door from the left, I said, it curves around and leads into this room. It seems to be mostly just there's like a reception area, and there's many smaller single doors that go around. These seem to be going to back stages, to the fronts of stages. It seems to be more like this is the maintenance or the setup area where actors can go to and from more quickly. From there, one of the doors on the right side curve around, and they go to where the right door goes as well, which goes towards the main stages. It moves towards there's more large areas. Most of it seem to be longer hallways, much for like lines or people who are waiting to go. Maybe there's a lot of posters and stuff around these walls that show off currently showing plays and which way to go to find the main entrance to those theaters. Then this one heads back. There's 4 hallways down this one. They all 4 end with a locked doors. So if you guys want to try to enter, you may, but there are locked doors at the end of them.
So it's a hallway of main stage areas, and then at the end there's a fork for 4 different doors.
No. So it forks at some point. So it's 4 different hallways that are connected.
Okay.
Down the side, and then these hallways all have almost like they wait in line, and then they're all congested into an area where they can move into the main stages. It seems to be an easy way to divide crowd. The reason why it's divided in this way. But all 4 of them lead to a locked door.
Just a single locked door.
Yeah.
Is there anybody around?
Make a perception check.
That is a 9 + 4, 13.
13, you look around, there are some people that are going to and from, but they don't seem to be paying you guys any mind. You guys being half-elves, actually, with your fair features, seem to belong here. Most people don't seem to pay you that much mind. As you pass by, they assume you're actors or at least some sort of maintenance workers.
I gesture for Sylnan to pick the lock, and I'm just gonna sort of like lean over like where he is and cover the lock and look like I'm just sort of hanging out.
I'm going for it. That is, wait, do I do thieves tools or is that
You do your thieves tools, which is D20 plus your, I believe it's dex and proficiency, or just maybe just proficiency. Let me double check. Hello, dogs.
Ooh,
Jesus
doggo.
Christ.
That clip was from the forest.
Our party's being chased by mastiffs.
Oh no.
Actually, no, it'd be your dex and proficiency. I'm sorry, it's dex and proficiency.
That would be
together.
a 16. Okay.
16. Sorry, I was reading it as you were saying that. I was just getting down to that point. So 16, you get the door open. As you peek through, kind of you're moving a little bit slow to make sure you don't just jump out.
I don't want to open it too. Yeah.
You look around. It's a lot of there are metal stairways that zigzag up, and they seem to lead to rafters that head above, and they seem to curve around a majority of the building, and they go above the stages. And they just seem to be quick maintenance ways to maybe fix torch lights, to help with any props that are overhead hanging, fix ropes, fix ties, fix weights, things of the such.
Oh, okay.
I close the door, and I look at Brad. I'm like, we could use this.
What's back there?
There's it's a way to get up to the top places.
Ooh, I don't know how it'll help us, but it seems like something I want to do.
Something else I want to find out where the office is, and I want to see. He mentioned the overlooking window that looked at the stage. I want to find that too.
Okay, I was still. Now you finished doing that. You head back through down to where the door was that led to the main sort of reception area, that led to also some backstage parts. One door behind the reception area, basically going. So here's the front door, reception area. Further back, he's a straight line behind the desks.
Yep.
It seems to be public access, so no worries there. As you move through, it heads to a lounge. Some of it seems a little scandalous. Some parts seem to be more for acts of the sexual variety. Possibly some sort of stripping, exotic erotic dancing, things of the sort. In some areas there are bars. There are open tables, and then behind those, there's another stage on the opposite side of this room with red curtains that are currently closed. This area is completely empty. There's nobody here right now.
There's no one in there?
There's nobody here at all.
Can I do a small erotic dance?
Make a performance check.
All right. Do they have any poles? Okay.
Yes, they have. Yes, there are 3 pole-centered circular
I want to work
stages.
I want to work all 3 at once.
They're not together, but they're all. There's 3 different circular stages down the
do
down
shit
the
on
lounge
one
room.
and then leap to the other.
Are you gonna pole dance for your brother?
It's just I'm just having a little fun. Also, that's maybe I will because that roll is a 27.
You have never once been on a pole, but you seem to just have a knack for it. You find out how to perfectly use the back of your knees to swing, how to shift your weight. You do it quite well. You don't know any of the special dance moves, but you kind of just bullshit it, and I mean, it still looks pretty damn good.
Son, whistles.
It's good to be weird if you say anything here.
No, someone's just looking at her. Someone just kind of averts his gaze.
But
someone whistling is kind of funny, honestly.
You never know.
As you look around as well, so as I said, it's sort of like almost like a long ways room for this sort of nighttime lounge. And then about center of the room on the left side, there is an open doorway with just a red rope attached to 2 poles that is blocking it.
I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna be like, hey, wait here, Br'aad.
All right.
And sneaky.
This is I'm at home here.
Okay, so roll a stealth check.
Sneaky beaky like I'm gonna keep a. So 13 plus 10, 23.
23. As you sneak through, this seems to be where a lot of the private areas are. But a lot of offices, private lounge rooms, sort of like a VIP area almost. Most of them, as you just open it, there are couches around tables. Some of them have beds, but they're mostly just private lounges or private areas. Moving to the very back, there is a set of double doors that has a gold trimming, it's wavy, with depictions of dragons going across it. The door is locked.
Not for long.
Oh wait, what if there's a trap on it?
I wouldn't go for it right now. I wouldn't go for it right now.
I really want to look inside and see what kind of.
Okay, I have an idea.
There is, however, something I'm going to mention. Across the top middle of the doors, there is text that reads, "You have no idea because you can't read."
Nice.
But there is text lettering across the double doors.
Yes, I understand. That's a 24 to unlock it.
Okay.
No, you lockpicking it!
As you go to unlock it, you start picking at it. You find it's quite difficult, at least compared as well to the maintenance door you opened earlier. You're having a bit of trouble. You manage to start getting it open. And as you're about to the point, you hear the last tumbler. You can feel yourself unlocking it. The door swings open.
Nice.
And standing in front of you, you see Thardo. You are at about crotch height as the door opens, as you were bent over to hit lock to peck the lock.
Hey, pal. I was just looking for the bathroom.
Perception check.
Bro, play it like you wanted to be there.
Like I wanted to be there.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, just where I wanted to end up.
That's a 9 + 9, fucking 18.
What is happening in Arc 2?
He goes,
I don't know, a lot of gay shit.
oh, well, that's quite understandable. It's alright. You haven't been here before. It's a bit,
I saw the sign up there. I saw the sign up there, right? And I can't read. I've mentioned this to you before, right? I thought it might have said bathroom.
Oh, I feel for you. It's alright. I'll show you.
It's really a struggle every day.
No, I understand. It's alright. Here, come with me. Come with me. We will head over to the washrooms. I'll show you where they are so you don't forget next time, right?
Thank you. Yes, that would be very much
Wonderful.
appreciated. As we're sitting there talking, I'd like to take a look behind him and see what I can see in the office.
Perception.
Also,
That
he's
is
leaving it
a-
unguarded.
10, 14.
14, you peek by. He's actually shutting the door as he's stepping out, but you get a quick peek as you're looking. You see glass walls with a very large desk on at least the opposite side of where this door is. But other than that, you don't make out much as he quickly shuts the door behind him, and you can hear a locking sound as it shuts.
All right. That's
All right.
fine.
He goes here and he puts
I've
an
been
arm.
holding it in for hours.
He puts an arm around your shoulder. He goes, it's no problem. Here, come with me. I'll show you. And he leads you back down the hallway. Br'aad, as you're waiting, you see the red rope be moved out of the way as Thardo is ushering Sylnan out.
Is Br'aad still dancing?
I'm still on the pole. I stop. I flip my hair back and say, "Hey!" And then I keep spinning.
Oh my.
Yeah, Br'aad, the bathroom's not back there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. Apparently, the red velvet rope doesn't mean bathroom.
You know, it's weird. I swear, in our culture, it's what
Crazy,
what I
right?
would have guessed.
Well, this was a pleasant surprise. Here, please step down. While you look,
of course.
Don't get me wrong, you look fabulous doing it, but no, please, it's not permitted. You have to be a professional to do that. It's dangerous. You could get hurt.
And you think I'm not? That's fair.
No. You looked amazing, but you could get injured, and that's the worrying part.
I understand. Thank you for looking out for me. Gotta live to work the pole another day.
Now here, you two follow me. I'll show you where our washrooms are. And then he leads you out back to the main room.
By the way, I would like to insight check quickly just in case to make sure he's actually leading us to a bathroom.
Sure.
That is not a very good insight check. That's 9.
It seems like he understands and just wants to show you guys to make sure you don't get lost next time and end up in somewhere you're not supposed to be. He takes you back to the main room and then down the door that was on the right that heads towards the main stages, and on the very back hallway there are washroom doors, and he shows you those.
Oh, thank God. These are so out of the way,
Well, for the way you entered, if you come through as the main commoner does, who are here to see shows, these are actually quite convenient.
Yeah.
I had to
That's
go so bad. I was just spinning around on that pole, hoping the centrifugal force would keep it inside.
I don't know what those words
okay, well,
mean, but
Since you're around, though, once I finish up in the bathroom, I mean, we should talk about the play, right? I mean...
of course, yes.
Yeah, I mean...
They're not setting up again for quite some time. I actually just got back not too long ago. But if you'd like, I can sit you guys down. We could have food, drinks, maybe some food, and I can just go over maybe what I'm envisioning your roles could be. What I have in my head.
Yeah.
Nothing is written in stone just yet, of course. This play is still a little bit down the line, but just what I'm imagining, what I want.
Yeah, that'd be great. Does it sound like I'm basically on board also?
I mean, yeah, he said both of you.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect, yeah, I mean, I'll be right back. I go into the bathroom quickly.
Okay. We'll now cut to Taxi Mountain and Velrissa into the forest.
All right.
Who is leading into the forest?
I'd say Velrissa probably.
I've made up my mind. Mountain, I say Mountain, I say we split up. You can look for stags that way, and Velrissa and I can head this way.
I can look for what?
Deer. Male deer.
Okay.
Alright? You know how to hunt, right?
I can hunt just fine, Taxi.
Taxi's pulling
Okay.
a fucking Freddy right now. Just, you head over there, you and Scooby go this way, me and the girls are going to go this way.
We're gonna look for clues.
Velrissa can decide whoever she goes with.
No, that's fine. She can go with you. You guys have fun. Not too much fun, though. I'm going to go this way,
Listen, just
and I'll head off.
Don't-
Velrissa's uncomfortable.
before Mountain walks away, if you find anything and you kill them, just we can bring them back here. We can group back up.
Right here?
Right here. I'll
Alright.
like
I got it.
Vel, you can come with me if you want. We can go back and check on Br'aad and Sylnan. I'm gonna go look for and then I'll start heading in the opposite direction, looking for some male deer.
I awkwardly start following you.
All right, so I'm going to have Mountain and Taxi both make survival checks.
Do I not
Natural
make a
20.
survival check?
You are being
20.
led by Taxi, so.
Okay.
Where is Chirp right now, by the way?
You're not sure, actually.
Can I not assist him in any way?
If he's just leading you, I mean, not really. If he's
Well, like,
being
maybe I can
if he's
point.
being the alpha male in the
Natural
situation
20,
and
Bisley.
being like,
Okay.
You
Yeah, I
and
got a
me
natural
both,
20.
dude.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't really see it.
did you both just get nat 20s on your fucking survival checks?
You can't see it.
Nice.
Yeah, I did.
All right, Taxi's being the
Fucking
alpha male
nice.
now.
Competing with
Taxi
Mountain.
puffs out his fucking chest and just starts stomping.
But my survival is +4, so that would be a 24.
One second.
Okay.
My survival is 6, so that'd be 26.
We'll start with Mountain. Mountain, you've spent a good portion of your life as an outlander. You've lived out in the wild before, quite a many times in your days.
Yeah.
As you're heading through,
Oh yeah, me and Mountain are the same background.
1 second.
I feel like we got a good amount of information there.
I
just wanted to-
I honestly thought it was gonna go horribly sour.
I'm
very impressed with this.
I was about to. Good thing I was looking for the.
Yeah,
map.
you just
Okay.
you
Went
fucking
sour as
went
soon as
for
you
it,
walked
dude.
away.
I was hoping I would see what kind of like safe it is. That
You
was, like,
did
the
not
one
see.
piece of-
You did not see the
Yeah.
safe where you were looking in.
I do have a plan to find that out.
Oh, interesting.
Thardo, I feel so safe with you.
Thardo. Oh, just fell into his chest.
I just want to
Thardo,
save
you ever
this
been,
moment
You ever been
forever.
with brothers before?
Don't worry, it feels safe. We'll be safe when we use protection, Thardo.
What's the safe
So,
word?
Mountain, as you're moving through, most likely you're looking for any sort of tracks. You begin to hear something coming from your front right. Something deep in the underbrush. You begin hearing the sound. At first it just sounds like stomping. You hear the sound of heavy footfall, and as it stops, you hear something drop, and then you hear the sound of tendons ripping, skin off of bone, and then the sounds of just gnawing on meat. Something seems to be feasting, and it sounds like it's very ravenous.
I smirk slightly.
Perfect.
And I try to sneak up on whatever it is.
Okay, so Mountain would then go for a stealth.
Don't you have disadvantage?
He does. So
Yeah,
it'll
I
be
do.
a stealth check with a disadvantage.
18.
As you sneak up, the first thing you see as this creature's back is turned to you, you see white fur, almost shining right now as it is midday, getting close to midday at least, morning. You see this large white furred creature hunched over something as it's feasting on it, and the first thing you notice as it's feasting are the four arms that are all moving down and ripping through different parts of the creature's body. From the backside, it is hard to make out a lot about it, but it seems ape-like. Some sort of monkey, ape, gorilla, something of that sort of genus.
Well, that's not good.
Okay.
What would Mountain do?
It's a
All
real
right,
question.
so
What would
Mountain
Mountain do?
is gonna try and sneak up, like kind of close, but not too close. I'd say maybe like, max 30 feet away.
You want to stay on its back side, or you're trying to move around to get a better view of anything?
I'd come at it more from the side, if possible.
So you're going to try to get 30 feet to the side. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
As you move around, getting a bit of a better view as you move to the side, you do see the forearms. The lower ones are much smaller than the top ones. The top ones are very muscular. And as you get to this point, you do see it's very more gorilla-like than any other ape. It seems to be a large white fur gorilla with 4 arms. The tusks. Not only does it have fangs on the front and bottom, but 2 more large tusks that jut out of the sides of the center of the mouth. All of them are currently covered in blood, some of them dripping with different pieces of gore that are coming off of this freshly killed male deer on the ground.
I am going to pull the trident off my back and just kind of crouch down a little bit and aim for like a weak point, maybe like the throat. And I'm just gonna chuck it.
Okay. Make an attack with advantage.
Okay.
As you are surprising this creature.
Natural 20 on the first roll.
Oh, wow.
So
Fucking out
go
here.
ahead and roll your trident's damage.
All right, that's gonna be a D6.
Basically has Jared's dice.
Stole my dice for today.
Yeah, 11.
11. As it pierces, you miss the neck by a very slight margin, but it punctures straight through the shoulder. You hear the cracking of bone as it embeds itself straight down towards the actual abdomen. It lets out a strong roar and immediately jolts up and its head cocks over to you. You see the piercing red eyes and the blood all over the tusks and fangs, and it seems to be filled with some sort of animalistic rage. I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Mountain versus gorilla.
Gorilla.
15.
This ape-like creature immediately bum rushes towards you after your trident still embedded down through its chest cavity, starting from the shoulder. You are 30 feet away, so it easily just rushes over to you. It actually uses some of its arms as well as it leaps off the ground and starts bum rushing you. It's going to make an attack first with one of its arms. That
I'm scared.
One of its arms.
a 12, so it misses.
I'm a little scared.
Then its other arm,
Oh.
which is a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
That one
So
hits.
that will deal 6 slashing damage to Mountain.
Okay.
As one of the claws just
Nani.
rake across your chest. After that, its 2 lower arms are going to come up as well and try to grapple on with its heavy claws. One of those is going to be a heavy miss, while the other is going to be a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's going to deal 6 slashing damage to one of its lower arms as well. The claws, they come forward almost like in a just a pure piercing strike, and one of the claws embeds itself towards your stomach, and you feel it go through and actually touch a rib.
All right.
That's
I wish I had that
So
many arms.
is that the end of his turn?
No, because after that, as the claws come into an embed, it uses that to pull itself closer and goes to bite towards your collarbones. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Then he reveals his 8 more arms.
I mean,
And then the 2 you feel immediately the large curved tusks from the side of its mouth embed themselves. You take 7 points of piercing damage as the fangs and tusks embed themselves into your skin as well.
I think Mountain's got this.
That's where it's going to end its turn, and it is now yours.
You said I had to speak a word to get Flame Tongue to go on fire?
Yes.
Right?
It's it has a spoken word. Yes.
Do I know what that is?
Yes. It is attuned to you. What do you want it to be? First of all, is there a certain word you want it to be? Because if it's too dumb, I'm going to say no. If you yell,
at first I
yeet.
thought about
Flame
at first
on!
I thought about pulling a Johnny Storm and just saying flame on.
Make
But I don't know how I
it
feel about
pussy
that.
so Mountain fucking kills himself.
And this.
I don't know. I don't.
Do you want me to get one for you? Would you rather me?
Yeah,
make one?
that'd be cool because I can't think.
You
of
can make
one.
it something kind of basic but still
Can he-
cool.
can he
like
change it later
Ignis
if he
or,
wanted?
like,
If he wanted to, we could, but just for now.
All right.
So it'll be Ziril, Ziril, Ziril,
Zeril
Ziril,
or
if you
Zeril?
want. It could be either. It's Ziril, however you want to pronounce that.
All right. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stagger back from the attacks, and then I'm gonna pull out Flame Tongue, and I'll speak the word of fire, Zeril, and I will immediately just go for a lunging attack.
Nice.
At,
All right. At big
towards
boy.
the head.
Towards the head. All right.
20, not natural to hit.
20 on that. That does indeed hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
I just want Mountain to drag this gorilla back to our meeting spot.
I know, right? He's just like carrying this thing.
You guys, check out what I found.
And Taxi comes back empty-handed.
He takes 12 slashing damage and 8 fire damage.
Wow, it's 20 damage.
Spicy boy.
And then after the slash down at his head, he's gonna grab the sword and just fucking try and slam it into his chest. 13 to hit.
13 to hit. Does actually hit.
Really?
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, shit.
I think he only has natural armor.
I mean, probably.
It is a gorilla. It definitely is not wearing any armor right now.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not. This isn't Planet of the Apes.
14 slashing or piercing slashing. What's the difference? Does it matter?
Your
'Cause
longsword
I'm-
does slashing.
Okay. So it takes 14 of that, and then let's
Magic.
roll the fire damage. 5
5. All right.
fire damage, and that will end his turn.
All right. You come in. As I said, you step back. You pull out flame tongue. You speak the word, and as it lights a flame, you go in for 2 attacks. The fire sears the white fur, charring it black. You leave these nasty gashes down the chest. It's looking pretty rough, but the fire in its eyes is not going down any. It steps back and it lets out a one more roar, this one actually shaking some of the nearby trees. You hear some birds fly off out of the way of danger. It's going to then lunge at you once more.
What if it
Back
calls
up
another
calls.
one? I was so
yeah,
worried.
that'd be bad. I'm actually
Its first
worried
attack is
about
going to be a 22 to hit. 8 points of slashing damage. Second attack is going to deal, it's going to hit again for 22. So that one deals 10 points of slashing damage. Its third claw
Equals.
attack for the turn is going to hit on 23
Oh,
and deal 6 points of slashing damage. Not as bad as the 10 because that was max damage. That one is going to hit on a 24. I just rolled
Christ, it's
16,
getting
16,
higher.
17, 18.
don't get that fucking natural 20.
That one's only going to deal 5 points of slashing damage.
It's not too bad.
Final attack as it moves in for the bite after its forearm strike.
I'm watching Bisley get gradually more anxious over there.
That one is going to be a 20 not nat to hit.
Oh, that's
And
all
that
5 fucking
is-
attacks hitting. Damn.
10 points of piercing damage. This bite, you feel it actually latch on. Some of the tusks go through and around your ribs with the curve of them, and it pulls you in closer as the claws just rake across your chest. You feel some of them grind against your bone. You feel you can just feel it grind the marrow off of the bones.
Bisley, please finish it this turn.
All right. So
Fel should've
I'm
went
definitely a
down.
little more rough. Feeling a little more rough.
I have no idea what he's at.
Can I teleport Val over there?
You hear the roar, you're like,
slash TP me, dude.
Boys, I got an idea, but I don't know if I should do it.
How dumb?
It's really dumb.
Real dumb, bro. Hit it.
Could it? What are the
All right.
chances of it working?
Just keep in mind, no one's around you.
I
will
don't
die.
know. I don't know, but it might.
What is
You will definitely die if you go down.
Bisley, listen. Play it safe, but most importantly,
Have
play it fun.
fun.
Play it fun?
around.
Okay, so
Oh no.
I should probably use my bonus action to heal,
I'm so fucking nervous.
but I'm not going to do that.
That's lame.
I'm going to use my bonus action first to fill
Okay.
my mouth with mead.
Yes.
Interesting. Oh.
All right. No, actually, wait. Maybe not mead. Can I go back and change that to the that liquor, the really hard liquor
the dragon's tongue?
that I had? Yeah, the dragon's tongue. I fill my mouth with that. Ready, flame tongue.
Do you drink
Spit it. No, just put it in my mouth.
Okay, you spit it, okay.
Yeah. Spit it right at him, and then slash with my with flame tongue, like as it's on him, to try and catch him on fire.
Okay.
I'm so glad you're doing this.
Dude, this is epic.
For brevity, for how this will be set up as a D&D
Right.
attack action, it'll be bonus action swig, single attack spit, your second attack of the action sword. Make sense?
Well, that makes it a lot more rough.
Yeah, that makes it way more rough.
Because
This really has
technically
to
you
send it.
spitting something at somebody is going to be an attack.
Action surge is not a bonus action though, so you can still use it after that.
Okay. So yeah,
your
I'm
action surge
gonna
is
use
just
action
once per
surge
short
anyway.
rest. You can just do it.
Yeah,
it's
so
a free
special.
action.
Yeah.
And that's 2 more attacks. So
Yes.
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's
So-
do it. I'm gonna spit it.
You spit towards the gorilla. It just splatters across the face and down parts of the chest. It actually gets in some of the gashes, and you see it wince immediately from the feeling of it as you come in with flame tongue and go for the strike. Go ahead and roll to hit.
This shit's called Fireball,
He
bro.
hit it.
Let's roll to hit, baby. 14 to hit.
14 hits.
You just disinfected his wounds.
Yeah, it's
what
about
is
to get a lot
What a
worse.
bro,
Set
dude.
his wounds on
Alright.
fire now.
Mm,
Hopefully.
let's
Cauterize
roll.
him. What a nice guy.
What a swell guy.
This better fucking work.
Imagine- This is we're gonna cry.
You're in a mountain of trouble now.
That's gonna do 12 slashing damage.
Say 12 slash.
And yeah, 7.
7. Okay. As you strike down, the fire immediately erupts and it starts singeing across the fur. It catches the alcohol on fire rather quickly. As it's burned across the chest, it begins to screech in pain as it's falling backwards. And then as it falls, you stand over immediately, using your boot to hit it towards its sternum and knock it all the way down onto its back, and then deliver a final blow through its heart, killing the creature.
Fuck yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
It is still burning.
Yes!
All right.
Nice.
I'm gonna try and like pat out the fire a little bit.
Make a...
Catches him.
Like with my boot.
With
I'll,
your,
like,
I know,
try and,
no, with your boot. I'm gonna say make
Mountain
a
catches on fire and goes down.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity
fucking
saving
mountain.
throw. God damn it.
Fuck.
All right.
I'm glad
That's a
that fucking
13.
worked.
A 13. It takes you a while to get the fire out with a lot of force. You end up pulverizing the shit out of the corpse. I mean, as you just hear the snapping of bones as you're angrily stomping on the body trying to get the fire out.
I'd like to imagine I'm just jumping on it like a fucking
It's
trampoline.
okay. You only need the blood.
You eventually get the fire out, but the majority of it's scarred, and you're even starting to see some of the black now bones of the skull and the actual chest cavity. You can see the charred, burnt, ashy bones now.
All right.
From where
After all the fire
has
is
taken
out,
its toll.
I'd like to kick it in the face just one more time and say, "Bitch," and then I'm gonna try and pick it up and bring it back to where Taxi told me to meet him.
It's
Like a
hot.
cat
Like,
with
you
a
carry it.
bird.
It's hot, but you
over
carry
my
it.
shoulders. Yeah. Okay.
It's a hot boy, but yeah, you carry it.
That's
Oh, that's
fucking
hot.
brilliant.
Oh, that's hot.
great.
You know how cats sometimes drop like dead birds at their at their owners' doorsteps? Just
Mountain
happen
drops
as mountain
4 on
with a
gorillas.
fucking like 10-foot tall, 15-armed gorilla.
It's not 10 foot tall. Calm down. You know
How
big-
tall is it?
It's a big boy.
So yeah, you carry it back, or I start making your way back to where Taxi told you to. Moving over to Taxi and Velrissa, you also got a nat 20 on your check.
You find nothing.
You find nothing. No, I'm kidding. Just nothing.
Just a bird.
Just to be a fucking dick. All right, one sec. At first, you aren't really having luck finding anything. At least nothing. You see a lot of small game. A rabbit passes by occasionally, and you can't bring yourself to kill a rabbit. You know, a small amount of blood for such a life lost. You don't see it as worth it. You and Velrissa tread quite a farther bit away than Mountain did for his catch. You guys travel for probably about 15-20 minutes deeper into the woods. You start feeling yourself stepping up to an incline. You're heading up some sort of hill, and you see a lot of sunlight coming in through the trees in front of you. The breach between the trees seems to give off a lot of sunlight as you're moving up. You peer off, and in the distance, you actually see you're on a cliff facing this very, it's not a large valley, but it's pretty open. And you see in front of you a herd of brontosauruses walking through a small, sort of almost like a evaporated river. There are small puddles here and there of water. Some of them are currently stopping to drink, but they're passing through this valley, heading in the opposite direction of where you're coming from.
What the
Littlefoot!
That's a lot of blood. I mean,
I didn't know they put fucking dinosaurs in this game. This shit's crazy.
And may I remind to anybody who may not recall what a brontosaurus is, it is an absolutely enormous dinosaur.
Yeah, I know, it's massive. I saw them in One Piece.
Dude. Die.
Taxi gets nerve. I can't. kill one of those.
Does Velrissa know what that is? What a brontosaurus is? Has she seen one before?
Do any of us know what
you're
those
looking at one right now. No, you guys have not seen a brontosaurus before. You're looking at one. I mean, the brontosaurus in this game looks like an actual like what a brontosaurus. If you Google it, that's what it looks like. Like, that is what you're looking at. It is about, probably about 50 feet in length. 40 to 50 feet long.
Well, I kind of want to talk to one.
Do you think they're friendly?
I don't know.
I was gonna say what's the worst that could happen, but being killed by all those is the worst that could happen.
Well, how slow do they look like they're moving right now?
Extremely slow.
Worst case scenario, Val, we could just run.
I'm not the fastest when it comes to running.
I can't really carry you either. I mean, not like I'm weak. It's not you.
Velrissa's offended.
And there's like no other animals. Just these.
Around right now, you see birds occasionally fly by, but in the actual valley, there seems to be nothing nearby. You assume because of the heavy footfall of this creature has probably alerted any nearby wildlife, and they've averted the area. You do see there is one that's a bit smaller, possibly a baby that is tailing behind a bit. It's still probably about, I'd say, 36 feet in length.
How far are they away?
From you guys right now, they are a decent 80 to 120 feet easily. You guys are on top of a cliff looking down into a valley.
I think it's worth a shot. Maybe you can go speak to one of them.
I definitely don't think we can kill them, but I mean meeting them.
I'd say just go out there and do it. I'll follow right behind you.
All right, so you walk it down into the valley. I said you find a way down the cliff face and you move into this basin of the forest and start heading towards the brontosaurus herd, and that's where we're going to take a break.
This is the mid-roll. The mid-roll. It's a song by yours truly, done for you. Let's get it now. Okay, sing it with me. The Patreon is where you can go. Where you can go to give us your money. Give us your money, yeah, give us your money at patreon.com/JRWI show. JRWI show. Oh, and we got a Twitter. Yeah, a Twitter. Give us a follow. It's the same thing, it's just the @JRWI show. And a Twitch. Oh, a Twitch. Yeah. We don't ever use it, but one day we will consistently. And don't forget about the Reddit. Never forget about the Reddit. Everything is JRWI show. Oh yeah. Alright, I think that's it. Thank you guys for coming with me and dealing with the bullshit. We love you. Yo, quick shout out to everybody that made this album possible. You know, you got my fucking back and I got yours. Thank you to our Patreons. I can't list your names out because we did it last episode, but you know what? You know how it goes. Man, it's been a long time coming. All I'm saying is I'm taking every one of you single motherfuckers to the top with me. Yeah, that's right. Enjoy the rest of the episode. I've been Grizzly. You've been fucking beautiful. I'm out this bitch. Yeah.
So Taxi and Velrissa were moving down the cliff face towards the basin full of the herd of brontosauruses. You guys were just approaching them, right? There was no stealth, no sneaking. You guys were just approaching towards.
Yep, right in their senses. They can't see us because their head's so far up there, but
They're pretty damn far up there. You're not wrong. So you begin moving towards them. Once you get close enough, you actually approach not the smallest one, but the one after that, which is one of the probably the second or third largest one out of the 6. Once you get up to it, you start to really understand the height. It comes more into your realization at how tall this creature really is, as you see one of its sort of like the toes of its hoof is just about up to where your waist would be.
So we're pretty close now.
No, you guys have now made it up and you've approached them. They haven't really taken any mind to you.
Cool. All right, Taxi's gonna. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say this close, especially once they start moving, you can feel the earth shake with every footstep.
All right, Taxi's gonna cast Speak with Animals and just shout, "Hey! Can you hear me?"
He's all the way up there.
He is very far up
He's
there.
gotta shout. I'm gonna look up dinosaur ambience. What is that even?
Dinosaur.
That's what I'm trying to do now to get more into it. Is I'm trying to
So, Taxi, as you screech out, the footsteps stop. The earth settles once more, and the one closest to you, its head cranes down, the entire neck actually moving down to meet you almost face to face as it comes down the body. It lets out an exhale, and you can feel the breath hit you in the chest, almost knocking you off your feet as it stares at you.
Taxi's like, "Whoa! Hello? Can you understand?"
I hear you, yes.
Oh my god, they're intelligent. They speak. How are you doing? Where are you guys headed?
We're heading north through the basin.
Well, I've never seen your kind before. Are there more of your species, or?
There are 6 of us here.
I'm other than this herd.
I do not know.
Well, do you have a name? My name's Taxi. This is Vel.
No.
No? Alright, would you like one? I could call you, what are they like? Do they have distinct features?
Looking at the features of the head, you see the eyes are almost a solid black in color. Going up the bridge, up towards the top of the bridge of where the snout is, going towards the cranium and the forehead, there are black small spikes of scales that protrude out as well.
What's so funny?
I DM'd take his blood.
I turned to Vel. Hey, what should we ask him?
I was hoping you were gonna figure that out. I'm not sure what to. I'm not the one who can speak to them.
She can't hear it.
Do you want to? Maybe they give us a ride.
A ride to where?
I don't know. Say, nameless creature. Would you come back around this way ever, or is this the last time we'll see you?
We move up and down this valley. Not much where else we fit.
Have you seen anything like out of the ordinary up there?
No.
All right. Well, you're really cool.
They're not very smart. They're not very smart.
I kind of tap Taxi on the shoulder. Maybe ask them what they like to eat.
That's a good idea. What do you like to eat?
Green stuff.
It's called. I think it's called grass and leaves. I don't know if you know that, but now you do. I'll let you keep going, I guess, but I'll see you around, maybe.
Right.
All right.
The head just swivels up and goes back up towards the horizon.
Vel. They keep walking.
Yes.
They start to walk again, yeah, but they move very slowly.
Which direction was the castle that the robot was trying to take us? Do you remember?
I can't entirely recall. I remember it being some direction possibly to the north. That's about all I remember.
I honestly think Br'aad would love to ride one of these. We should bring everyone back here to meet these beautiful creatures. Shit, we were supposed to look for blood.
As great as an idea as that is, Taxi, I think we have more important matters on our hands right now. But maybe in the future, if we find ourselves with free time, we can maybe ride some...
No, we have to come back here before we leave. We'll never see these things again.
If you say so.
I guess we should head back to Mountain.
I want to go extinct.
Let's head back to Mountain for now, and I guess if we see any deer on the way, we really didn't find anything. I hope he found blood. I'm confident in his abilities.
Before we go, did you get any interesting information from them, or was it...
I mean, you had the... Oh, right. No. Nothing. Nothing interesting. They're just really nice. They didn't seem hostile. I believe that one's a female. They just kind of... They go up and down this valley. They're heading north right now, which is why, like, I was wondering where that castle was, but honestly, I don't know if they'd be willing to give us a ride. I think it'd just be fun, maybe. You know, tension can be high sometimes. It's nice to enjoy nature for what it is. And these creatures are
Ride fucking dinosaurs.
absolutely magnificent. I've never seen such...
I've never seen anything quite like them. And for them to be very friendly too, that's quite interesting.
Maybe there's more like them that we haven't seen before. I'd really like to find that out. Well, we should head back to Mountain, so let's...
Right.
Taxi and Velrissa begin heading back. Along the way, you're looking for any tracks, any signs of any animals that, you know, you can easily track down or just get some sort of blood off of them. Don't really come across anything. It seems like this side of the woods is not largely inhabited by a lot of things. You move your way all the way back to where you re-encounter with Mountain, you rendezvous, and you don't really find anything, sadly. Anything else, at least. But Mountain, you see him sitting there with a very large, charred, white-furred body laying on the ground. He's kind of just sitting on it, just relaxing and using the body as a seat, waiting for you to return.
Took you long enough.
What? Have we seen this creature before?
Definitely not.
Sitting there very nonchalantly.
Is that thing? I kind of back up a little bit.
Taxi eerily just creeps forward towards Mountain and the giant white beast.
Don't worry, it's
not Mountain,
very dead.
Not Mountain. Mountain isn't the giant white beast, the other one.
Mountain's got a giant white beast.
Oh no!
Hey,
Don't know about that one.
Did you get enough vials of... What is that?
Like I said, I don't know. I just found it, killed it, brought it here. I figured you could do the blood taking
a little bit.
Taxi will just slowly take out some vials.
Can I look at Mountain, like, see his condition? Is he pretty beat up?
Yeah, it's pretty visible.
Yeah, Mountain's it's pretty visible. He's like, there's gashes, there's these deep punctures where the claws went in, like the bite marks across his chest. He's pretty fucked up.
Are all these wounds from this creature?
Yeah, but I'm fine.
You don't look very fine. You
mean this?
Yes,
it's nothing.
That. It's not nothing, Mountain. That's very, very bad.
I mean, do you want to do some of your Healy shit? Maybe clean it up a little bit, just for your sake, because you seem to be pretty fucking light.
Right. I cast the level 3 Cure Wounds on Mountain.
Taxi's gonna go inspect the neck of the
8, 4.
The animal. Is it still like Am I able to pierce an artery and start filling up some vials?
Yeah, sure. So how much are you healing Mountain for, first of all?
That's 19 plus 3. So 22.
20.
All right, yeah. So you move. You begin tending to Mountain's wounds using your magic. Taxi, as you move down to begin looking for any arteries, maybe to easily puncture with vials. A sound comes from a nearby treetop.
What?
A very light sound. Taxi, only you pick it up. But you hear the sound. It just sounds like a single, almost like leaves rustling, but from higher above, just for a split second.
At first, Taxi flings out one claw, but then he hears that sound, and then all of them come out. And he, like, stops. Shh. Nobody move.
Why?
Shh.
I immediately stand up.
Wait, Mom.
What?
I think there's something nearby.
Where?
Where?
If it hasn't been alerted to us by now.
Hello!
Taxi starts banging his head on the fucking monkey.
Do you look towards the sound, Taxi?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Well, only Taxi knows where it was. He's the only one who actually was able to hear it. You look towards it. Behind you, there's a very thick tree. The girth of the trunk is quite large. You begin looking around to see any movement, and as you glance up, the only thing you see is just this single vine that's wrapping all the way up. And up to where you hear the sound, you see a single, it's a yellow flower with like a purple streak through each petal, and it actually seems to be angled down towards you guys.
Eat it.
If I can do this quickly, I'm going to grab Vel and Mountain's hand. I can't pull them both like forcefully, but I'm going to say, everybody get back.
What is it?
I don't know.
What do we...
I want to get like
Taxi,
as far
there's
away
nothing
from
here.
it for a second, and then point towards this.
Okay.
This
So you
weird-looking flower.
do both Vel and Mountain comply?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys begin to move, stepping back. As you step back a bit, you feel your heel hit something, Taxi, and you look down and you notice it. One of the vines from the tree is actually winding its way slowly around you guys, and then under one of the bushes, and it's moving towards the corpse. It seems, and you notice the pattern of it. It's been moving around the trees and bushes, trying to stay out of sight as it was moving closer.
Do I notice this?
I would say, yeah, everybody would notice this once you guys move past it. It's wrapping around, and it's actually getting towards the corpse now. It's moving at a pretty rapid pace the way it slithers across the ground like a snake.
All right, so what the fuck is that?
And the main part is on the tree, like the big flower part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's actually gonna pull out a sling and just like shoot a magic stone at it. The big flower thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Now the forest is angry.
Fucking jungle adventure.
14.
I remember this boss fight
So
from
14 to
Jumanji.
hit.
My favorite.
14 to hit. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
How do I roll the damage? Because magic stone is 1d6 plus 3, and sling is 1d4 plus 5.
It'd be 1d6 plus 3.
6.
6 damage. So the stone slaps into it, and the flower immediately recoils, like the petals wind up towards the center of it, and you hear just a light little, and then it goes silent for a second. And then clouds begin to loom over it, and it starts to actually gray above the treetops. You start to lose the sunlight around you. And then you just hear a single puncture sound as the vine whips over and actually goes into the neck of the corpse. That's the only sound you hear.
Hey, that's my gorilla.
Mountain, can you start cutting these the things slithering around as like the vines and stuff?
Don't mind if I do. I pull out the sword.
So basically, like, Mountain, start cutting those.
I say, Zuriel, and I just I cut straight at the vine.
Okay, as this happens as well, go ahead and roll your damage for that strike. Or roll to hit.
Hits
No,
straight
roll
up?
to hit is what I mean first.
I was gonna say.
You're probably going to hit no matter what, I'll be honest, unless you roll like superbly low.
11.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh.
It is a vine. It is a vine. It is.
Yeah, that's true. It's gonna be 9 damage on that, and the fire damage is gonna be 4.
As you strike down at that, next thing I'm gonna need all 3 of you to make a Constitution saving throw as a yellow gas fires out from behind the trees and starts opening up into the area.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
3.
13.
Mountain and Taxi, you both take 9 points of poison damage as you go to quickly try to cover your mouth and try to hold your breath.
Oh, fuck this.
And then as you start pulling back, you see, trying to peer through the gas, like looking around, you see the movement. The corpse begins to stand up from the ground very slowly and shambling, trying to force itself up. It still has these charred and burn marks showing the bones. The body is still very weak, but it seems like somehow this plant is giving it life and pulling it up off of the ground. I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Zombie plant.
I have a really cool idea.
Zombie
Bisley,
plant gorilla.
You might like it.
21.
All right, this is my dice from now on. 16.
That's a 10.
So up first will be Mountain. This area is still starting to fill with this gas once more, and it doesn't seem to be going away.
All right, so will we take like progressive damage from that?
You're not sure, but it doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
For this like gorilla thing, are there more than one of the vines like poking into it?
No, only one seemed to, and it's already starting to retract. It's no longer still in it. It's actually retracted and it's moving back away from the corpse.
All right, but the gorilla thing is obviously like up.
It's standing up. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try and cut off his head.
All right, go for an attack.
We're not getting any blood, guys. No blood for us.
No, yeah, blood's not.
Blood is not really important at this point because I'd like to keep mine in my body. That is a natural 1.
It's hard to see inside the gas, and as you start to swing your sword, you actually notice the fire seems to move with the gas and starts to actually ignite in the air and drop towards the ground as well. Some of the sparks fall and land. You quickly back up, and it immediately distracts you, and you move back away from the zombie, noticing the fire falling off the sword and staying lit from the gas.
All right, is my trident still buried in this thing's chest?
You never said you took it out, so I would say yes.
So yeah, okay. I see that the fire like on the sword is doing some weird shit, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna drop the sword altogether, and I'm going to. Would I possibly be able to run up to it, use a bonus action to pull it out, and then try and embed it in the throat?
Let's see. You only attacked once. You still have a second attack action, and you didn't use bonus action for this turn. So I'm gonna say, yeah, you have enough action to pull it out and attack with it if you'd like.
All right. I'm gonna do that. 14 to hit.
14 does actually hit. Yes.
There's a level where druids get immunity to poison from plants, and I'm not there, and I feel sad.
That sounds cool.
Wait, Bisley.
Yeah.
You goof, you're a dwarf.
No, metagaming.
That's not a metagame, it's something he has.
Stop
He has fucking
metagaming, bro.
resistance to fucking poison, dude.
Yeah. So you go and roll another d20, Bisley. Just right now, just to see.
That's a 6.
You still would have failed.
Plus.
So.
yeah,
6 is what I rolled last time as well.
Mountain forgets to be resistant to poison and inhales twice. Yes, poison.
My
poison
favorite.
to my veins.
But yeah, damage is gonna be 6.
6. Okay. So will that also end your turn?
Hell no, that's a fucking zombie. I just killed this thing. I'm gonna use action surge, and
Okay.
I am going to first go to like strike at it again with the trident. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
9 damage.
9 damage. All right.
I am going to use. Fuck it. I guess I'll just hit it again. All right, let's go for another trident strike. Let's do this. And that is going to do another 9.
As you quickly run over, you drop the sword, running over, pulling the trident out of the chest, out of the shoulder of it. You quickly poise yourself. You move down low with the trident, and you aim for the chest and make 3 swift pokes with it, straight down towards the rib cage. All 3 hitting true. It still seems to be standing, and since it's now zombified, doesn't really have much emotion. You can't tell how much pain you're really causing it. It doesn't seem to actually even wince or move from the pain. It just kind of slumbers there in front of you. After Mountain's wondrous attempt here, we're going to move forward. Up next, the Zombified Ape, now with the only target in mind, the dwarf directly in front of it, is going to strike towards you. The first claw misses. Then the second one is possibly going to hit. That, of course, is over 20. That's a 24. So...
Yeah, when I think forest, I think like rabbits and deer and shit.
Yeah, no, this
Yeah,
is
not dinosaurs.
I don't think
We're not
dinosaurs and
we're
big
not coming
apes
back
become
here.
zombies.
Y'all came to the wrong forest, motherfucker.
Y'all came wrong for.
So that is going to be 8 slashing damage from a claw. Then that one misses. And then that one's a 23 to hit. So 2 of the claws make strike. That one's also 8 slashing damage. And then a bite as well afterwards. After it latches on with 2 of its underarms, it goes for a bite. That is going to be a 27 to hit.
That's it.
25 to hit. My bad.
God damn, dude.
But
It's all the same.
that's going to be 7 piercing with the bite. After the creature, as I said, as it gets close and it looms over, you can see all the char still in it, the bone still exposed. The body itself already starting to rot away, but some sort of power is keeping it moving. It goes in for its strikes, 3 of them hitting true. And as you go, you start to step back a little bit to get away from it. You kind of pull the claws out and step back for a second, and then you hear a sound from behind you. So you turn around to see what's coming at you. And the vine on the ground has wrapped itself around your sword, and it's piercing it up towards you, the one that you dropped.
Fucking using your own sword against you.
Oh, fuck, dude.
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, it just hits.
Just hits, damn, okay.
Fuck.
Down 10.
Well, there goes Mountain, unless he rolls back.
10 slashing damage. As you look over, you see the vine take your longsword off the ground and rip it up towards you. It actually slashes up towards the tendon of your leg and hits the back of your thigh.
Let this be a lesson. Never drop your weapons.
Because nature will use them instead. After that, though, it is going to now move towards Taxi's turn.
If I ask if I know anything about this kind of stuff, since I'm a druid, do I have to roll for it?
I can say now you would not know anything about this stuff. Taxi would have no knowledge of this particular instance.
Is the big part of the plant still around? On the tree?
It's kind of hard to see through the gas, but you can make a perception check if you'd like.
Oh.
Well, wait, is a perception check going to be like an action, or is it a free action?
A perception check would not be a free action. That would be... Well, actually, a perception check would be a free action, I would say. It'd be your one free action of the turn.
Okay, I'll do that free action then. 15?
15. You peer through the gas and look around. You find contact with where it was before on the tree trunk, and it's no longer there. But other than that, you don't see it anywhere.
Tax is going to use his staff for leverage and go for an unarmed strike with his foot to the monkey.
Okay.
That is a fat hit. 16 plus 8, so 9 damage. I'm going to spin a key point and do Flurry of Blows.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say Flurry of Blows?
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Okay, so first one...
It's a 14, right?
Yeah,
that
so
hits.
hit. Okay, and then the second one is 11 plus 8, so that hits. First one, 9 damage. Second one, 9 damage. So 18 damage.
18 damage, alright. So, Taxi, you rush in, seeing Mountain in danger. You kind of see the silhouettes through the gas, but you notice it seems like some injuries have been made towards Mountain, so you use your staff, running in. You hit it off the ground, making a leap, and as your foot connects, you kick towards the left shoulder and actually snap one of the lower forearms off completely. And as you land, you quickly twist around, and using your elbow and then the back of your fist again, you make 2 strikes across the body, both of them connecting. The corpse begins to stumble a bit, but still remains standing. Now with 3 arms instead of 4.
I don't know if he's gonna go down again. Maybe we should run. No.
Up next will now be
Sounds like
Velrissa.
a not bad idea.
Can I tell that the damage being done is actually hurting this creature? Like, can I visibly see that this creature is getting weaker?
As you peer through the gas, you can see that the weapons and all the attacks that have been made are making impact. You can see it where it cuts through the fur and one's the skin's left over, the snapping of the arm. You see it's making damage, but the creature itself doesn't seem to take notice of the damage at all.
Okay, and can I see anything around me that like the where the vines, like the source of the vines or anything? Can I notice that?
You can make a perception check.
16 plus 3, 19.
19. As you look around, you see the vine that is just actually striking up towards Mountain. As you follow the path of it, it goes into some of the underbrush, and it seems to wind behind some trees and further beyond that. So you're assuming whatever is controlling these is somewhere off in the distance of the forest out of view. You can't tell how far away it is exactly, but it seems the vines seem to have a great length to it.
And how far am I from the creature?
Right now, you would be about 18 feet away from the creature.
Then can I come on the opposite side of where Taxi is and use inflict wounds?
Go for it.
Level 3 inflict wounds.
Another nat 20, fucking another crippling damage.
Yeah. Why the fuck would you say something, dude? I got a 2.
Damn it.
It's a 2 plus 6, 8.
8 does not hit. As you go to cast the inflict wounds, you move towards it, and one of the lower arms, the one that's still left, actually just moves over, and using a palm against your wrist just knocks you away from it.
Then I end my turn.
All right. Up next will be Mountain.
Mountain now, very battle worn. He's looking not great. That should be very apparent. But he's filled with rage. I'm gonna use my bonus action. Ah, shit.
What?
I'm gonna have to use second wind.
Second wind?
I'm gonna have to use second wind.
Taxi's not looking confident. He's he used his adrenaline to fight. Now he's thinking about flight.
8 HP. That was worth it.
Totally. Still one shot away from death at any point in time.
But he's not backing down from this at all.
Doesn't seem to be.
Trident still in hand. Mountain's gonna go back to attack the ape again, but he's gonna strike for the leg and try and break it off.
For
the left leg specifically.
The left leg. All right. Go ahead and go for your strike.
16 to hit.
16 to hit. That does indeed hit.
10 damage with that one.
10 damage. Okay.
All right. Is the leg still attached?
As you move over the trident, you go and stab into the leg. You feel it crack the bone, and the creature actually falls down onto that knee. And as you pull it out, you take the back and you just crash it against the cranium, and then the corpse just hits the ground once more and seems to be not moving.
Okay.
As it is top of the round as well, after your attack actions, and as an initiative is going away, all three of you take 9 poison damage from the gas. Once more.
Oh man, Mountain.
All right,
and is the gas still looming?
The gas is very much still there, and as the back of the trident hits the corpse and it falls down, seemingly lifeless, it's hard to tell through the gas. Mountain, you quickly, as you're gathering yourself and looking around trying to cover your breath, you see the vine still wrapped around your sword, pulling away into the bushes nearby, seemingly to retreat with your sword still attached to the end of it.
Fuck. Why do you put me in these situations?
It's a good situation.
It's just a sword, bro.
But that's a good sword.
It is a good sword.
Jared just likes taking away your stuff, man.
Bro, do it for the vine.
He keeps doing it.
It's pretty epic,
dude. First your wife, now your sword.
Dude, oh no.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to try and run out of the gas, but still keeping this vine in sight if possible.
Okay,
I
so
have to follow Mountain.
So it's a 15 foot right now, and it's spreading. So I would say you haven't moved, so you still have your whole movement speed. I could say if you want, you could run out of the gas and even go over the vine in the direction it's going if you want.
Would that give the vine an attack of opportunity though?
It would not. It is a vine.
Okay, so then yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I want to follow.
And
Mountain.
with my second.
Wait, we're not in combat?
We're not in combat?
Combat is technically ended, and there's initiative is still there theoretically, but there's no combat, as the last thing that is living is retreating at the moment.
As I'm running over this vine, I'm gonna slam my trident into the ground over top of it so it can't pull my sword. And just leave it there.
Okay, so you're gonna run by and make an attack to try to put it through the vine to try to stop it, correct?
Maybe not through, but just around, because the trident is like a blade and then 2 other blades on the side. Even if I just catch it like in the middle.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, how do you
What I'm saying is, are you attempting to take the third one and stab it through the vine, correct? Like one of the pikes, because if you don't, it's probably just gonna wiggle through it.
It's just gonna wait.
All right, then yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that then.
Go ahead. So that would be an attack roll. Go ahead as you're moving past. Go ahead and just roll an attack with a trident.
All right. 25.
25. Yeah, you stab it down. Go ahead and roll damage just for the hell of it.
9.
9 damage. Yeah, as you run by it quickly with both hands, just stab it down into the vine and then move out of the way of the gas. You are safe for now, but the gas, as I said, it's lingering and it's spreading. but right now you are out of it. What's everybody else doing?
I chase after Mountain.
Taxi's gonna... The corpse of the big monkey still laying in front of me?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's gonna quickly try and stab an artery and retrieve blood from it into vials, like very, very shakily and quickly, like.
Okay, so you're doing it quickly?
Yeah, he's gonna try and get some blood into vials.
Make a sleight of hand check.
9.
9? Okay, now I'm gonna need you to make a medicine check.
Which D20 do I want to use for this?
Which D20? Okay. Which one?
Fuck! Not good! 7.
You manage to very quickly, as once again the gas is still here. You're covering your mouth. You still take another 9 points of damage as you remain in to do this. But you move down. It's hard to see, especially with the gas, and you're kind of shaking because you're panicking and trying to rush. I would say you managed to get 2 vials out of it before you're forced to retreat.
Okay. Did I see a mountain sword get pulled away?
I would assume you did.
I'll just assume he's taking care of it, and I'll back up out of the smoke.
Okay. So you pull away, Mountain Velrissa, you chase after Mountain. You move through a shrubbery in the direction the vine is going to get out of the gas. As you look around, as I said, there are now clouds. It's starting to get cloudy above, so it's hard to actually see. It's getting a bit darker. Sunlight is being blocked. But you look around and you see the vine wrapping distantly. And you walk and you look. There's actually almost like a natural pathway in between these trees down the tree line here, and you can see the vine wrapping towards it. And at the very end, about near the end of your distance, you just see a silhouette of somebody standing there, and they seem to be facing towards you.
I'm laying on the ground. I'm about fucking dead.
Yeah, you come through. You are heavily bleeding, and you fall over onto one knee. But as I said, as you fall and you follow the vine with your sight, you can just see it seems to go directly towards a humanoid just standing very far from the distance. They're not moving.
Not close to him?
Say what?
The sword isn't close to him?
The sword's close-ish to him. It's back in the gas.
Looking at Mountain, is he like showing signs of being poisoned?
Not poisoned. It seems that now you guys are out of the gas. You're both able to breathe, and you seem to be okay. But Mountain,
he's not.
Mountain is not.
He doesn't have like a status.
Yeah,
of poison.
He seems to be all right breathing now. He's kind of grasping for air. The only thing that seems to be ailing him is the fact that he is knocking on death's door.
Yeah.
There is heavy blood loss. You can hear the raspiness as he's trying to breathe through his lungs. You can hear.
He's still conscious, though.
Yeah, he's still sitting.
But just barely.
He's on one knee trying to hold himself up.
I cure wounds him again on the ground.
Okay.
That's an 8.
That's a 1. I'm good. I'm alright.
That's another 1. Okay. That's 10 plus 3, 13. Can I do that again?
And I mean,
so
if you still have another spell slot, yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah, that's okay. That's an 11 more.
Yeah, that's good.
Hell yeah.
Because cure wounds instantaneous. You can just.
Yeah.
Just you're like oh no, Mountain, your hand glows.
Jesus fuck.
And then
Clear.
As I'm like using this on Mountain, can I look at the silhouette and can I like make out what's happening, or is it too dark?
Make a perception check, I would say.
Yeah, it's Chirp. That's where Chirp went.
That's Chirp.
17.
17. As you look, you can just see you squint a bit to make it. I said it's dark, so your eyes start to adjust, and you follow the vine, and you see the silhouette seems to have more vines protruding from its back, and this one wraps around and goes up towards the back of this humanoid figure.
Yeah, can I cast or use my ghost lantern to make it real bright? So I can see it better?
Can you what?
Can I use my ghost lantern to make it brighter? It says 30 foot of bright light.
And then 30 feet of dim, I think, right?
Yeah.
Double check that.
Just to see it better.
You can definitely do that. However, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can easily tell this humanoid is farther than 60 feet away. They're just up. They're about near the end of your vision, and just in general, like they're like way out there.
Okay. And I see this too?
Yeah, you see him as well. You don't really notice the vines as much, but you just see the silhouette standing there. But you notice the vine goes towards them.
The sword, Mountain sword, it's out of his reach, right? It's in the poison cloud?
It is in the gas, yes.
Okay. Is it still? Can I see it? Can I see it wrapped around still? Is it still attached to the vine?
Yes, where you're standing, you can still see it, but right now it's being pulled. Oh, it's trying to, but it seems to be stuck. And you look over and you notice the trident shoved through it as well, stopping the vine from moving.
Okay. Taxi's gonna take a deep. If I can do this, he's gonna take like a deep breath, and he's gonna hold his breath, and then I want to double my speed, and run towards the sword. Try and cut the vine with my claws, grab it, and then run out. If I can do that.
Okay, so Constitution saving throw, first of all, for the holding your breath. I'm gonna take that as it was not good because he just got up and walked away.
It's a 3.
One.
Yeah, as you move in, you take 9 points of poison damage.
Velrissa, where's my inhaler?
Okay. All right. He tries to hold his breath. He's
You move over and you go to claw. Make a sleight of hand check first to see how quickly you can do this.
Dude, fuck my dot. I don't even know if I want to roll anymore. Okay.
If this is where Taxi dies, I'm very depressed. Taxi dies and
Oh, Taxi's dead, dude.
Natural 1.
natural 1, yeah. You start clawing at it, but you keep missing. You keep not hitting where you need to tear the vine. You take too long, you take another 9 points of poison damage.
Okay, Taxi's knocked out.
Stupidest goddamn thing I've ever seen. Taxi's dead.
Who would win? The entire just roll with it party, or
Some
a
gas.
singular
A
vine?
Fucking vine. Oh my god, guys.
This is not good. This is not. I'm gonna say, however,
This is the
that
opposite
this
of
is
okay.
audible to Velrissa and Mountain. You guys hear Taxi just gagging and gasping for air behind you through the shrubbery.
All right.
Oh my god,
Having
please
healed just a little bit, I'm gonna like get up off my knee, look over at Taxi, and just kind of walk over.
I
hold
fell
my
right
breath,
by the
going
sword,
through
right?
God damn
Yeah.
it, Mountain, don't do this.
through the cloud, and go to pick up Taxi with one hand and just rip the sword away with the other.
Okay, so Constitution
And walk
saving
back
throw.
out. All right, that is gonna be natural 1. That's a natural 1. Jesus Christ. 1.
What did he get? What did he get? What did he get? I left. I
Natural
Natural
one.
1. That is a natural 1. But I have
isn't allowed,
hold on. I have a resistance against poison. Can I do it again?
do it again. You roll again.
fucking
You
do
roll
it.
again.
Okay. That is 21.
21.
Okay.
I just.
Okay.
Slime, it's okay. He has another roll because he has resistance to poison.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Please tell me what that other roll is.
21.
21.
Oh,
So yeah, no, you make it through. You hold your breath. You rush over. You put one arm around the back of Taxi's shoulder and start pulling him. He's unconscious right now, so it's just dead weight. You pick him up. You start pulling him with you. You take the sword. Make a strength saving throw. No, strength check. Just do a strength check.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
for the. I mean, you're probably gonna pass it unless you roll it like a fucking 1 or 2.
24.
Yeah, you
24.
pick up the sword. You rip it out, no problem, and you move Taxi with you, and you go back to Velrissa. There is once again still this looming silhouette of a man down the way, but it doesn't seem to be moving.
I just drop Taxi on the ground next to Velrissa and say, "Hey, fix him."
Well, oh, is he? Before I even finish talking, I cast Spare the Dying on him.
Yeah, as you move down, you can actually see some of the veins around Taxi's neck starting to darken, and they seem to be bulging out a bit. It seems that he has been asphyxiated by something, and you're assuming the gas. You
Yeah,
cast Spare the
well, I
Dying,
guess.
and it brings him back.
And before he can get any words out, I Cure Wounds him, level 2.
All right. All the spell slots are going towards Cure Wounds today, boys. Every one of them.
14
Every
plus
single
3,
one.
that's 17. So that's 17 to Taxi. What happened in there?
Taxi doubles his speed, start running out this forest.
Wait, where you going?
Good.
Runs into a T-Rex on the way out.
Funny joke, DM.
Shut the fuck up. Let me get out of here, please.
All right, so you begin sprinting
Mountain,
the
this
way you
fall.
guys came. Mountain and Velrissa, what do you do?
Mountain, this forest is dangerous. I think we need to get out of here.
I look over at the silhouette and I just go, "Hey, fuck you!" And I hold up my middle finger and I start walking.
It begins
away.
stepping towards you.
Oh,
Start running away.
I start walking a little bit faster.
A little bit concerned.
So
Wait, did you grab the trident too?
following
Or did you just leave
Yeah.
the trident? Okay.
I would assume I would assume you
shit,
grabbed it. I would assume.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, because I didn't say.
I will assume you grabbed your trident. You guys make your way out, avoiding the gas that's spreading, and you eventually meet up with Taxi at the end of the forest towards the town. You guys make it back. Nothing in the way. Nothing seems to bother you.
Did you at least get the blood?
Holds up 2 vials. I called it.
Guy,
Nice.
can I see those vials real quick?
She fucking just
Right.
smashed.
Can I?
I give
Can
it.
I like can I check the blood and make sure it's like not deadly?
Make
Because it was sitting in the-
make a medicine check.
That's an 18.
18. Okay. Glancing at the blood, it's very thick. It seems to have coagulated a lot. You assume it might be some sort of side effect from the plant, but it still seems usable and doesn't seem to have any sort of dangerous side effects to it. You notice there is some looming, not really poison, but you can notice that there is something in there that seems that the plant injected it into it, but doesn't seem poisonous in any way.
How many vials do you think they needed?
More than 2.
I'm sure they needed more. This blood looks usable, although it's
All right.
it looks interesting.
Mountain, do you have a blade or something?
Yeah, I got a couple. What?
Can I use one?
For what?
Just let me see it.
He's gonna fucking seppuku himself.
No.
He's gonna seppuku, dude.
Actually, I don't.
Taxi, are you trying to take your own blood? Because that's kind of gross.
Maybe.
Are there people like in sight? Can we see anybody?
Not right now. You guys are close. You guys are close to the town. You can see it down the road, but but there's nobody on this road or near the forest right now. It seems.
I can take care of this.
No,
I'll pull out some
stop.
vials.
Just
I'll just like
Stop.
prick
Taxi,
my
please.
finger and just
This-
hold it over a
the pay
vial
isn't
and let
worth
it go.
hurting yourself.
break your
I'm gonna put Taxi in a headlock. I'm putting Taxi in a headlock right
but
now.
before the headlock thing, you said break your finger, right?
No, I said prick my finger.
Prick your okay.
Oh,
prick your
oh my
okay.
God.
Prick.
That
Yeah.
makes more sense.
I
So
literally
it'll
thought you
just,
said break your finger.
I did too. I was like,
Dude,
what
he
the
steady
I thought too.
snaps that shit.
No.
Yeah, that'd be a
off.
fucking con save to see if you're actually man enough to break your own fucking finger. That's the
No,
first
I
step.
wouldn't do that.
So pricking your finger. So somebody trying to stop him from doing this, right?
Yeah, I'm putting him in a
Okay,
headlock.
not sleight of hand. Do a both of you roll initiative.
Okay. 10.
Taxi tries to stab himself.
9.
Fails off.
9. Okay, so Mountain just ahead of you he pulls your arms back and puts you in a headlock, trying to stop you from doing it.
Stop being stupid.
I can't breathe.
Taxi, the pay isn't worth
That's up.
hurting yourself for.
I let him go. It's not worth it. It's just some fucking play. Why does this matter that much?
We were given a simple task.
Yeah, and then we got attacked by a vine.
We've got 2 vials. That's more than nothing.
At this point, you guys hear a very familiar voice come from behind you, actually coming out of the woods. And you see a short figure walking out, and it's Hilltree.
Hiltree, where the hell have you been?
Oh, hey. Oh, what are y'all doing here?
Were you in the
Almost
woods?
dying? What are you doing?
Yeah, I was looking for blood.
Did you find any?
Oh, I got, and he pulls out 3 vials.
Where did you get this blood from?
I made some rabbit traps and caught them in it.
Right.
It was so simple.
All right. See, Taxi, you didn't need to cut yourself after all. We're fine.
Mountain, do you mind?
You gonna
choking
cut
me out
yourself?
until I die?
Choking you out? I mean, I could. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't see a purpose.
I want to escape this life right now.
He almost did.
I almost made it
No, I
out.
put
Why the
my hand,
fuck did you
put my
save
hand on
me?
Taxi's shoulder and just say, "You almost did, buddy. You almost did."
It's really nice in there. It was peaceful. I sat by a tree, took a nap.
Maybe
Yeah.
the part you were at. The part we went to wasn't quite the same.
Oh, why?
Killed the monkey.
Just take a look. Take
Twice.
a look at Mountain and Taxi.
Yeah? Did you two fight again?
Yes.
Kinda.
Hilltree, we fought. Mountain
Nice.
I won.
One. All right, let's head back.
Okay, so
Okay.
cut. Moving over to Sylnan and Br'aad. You guys are currently
I just finished my leak.
yeah, you guys are both in the bathroom, probably peeing in next to each
It
other.
was a long one.
Probably in like nearby stalls. You both are standing there.
No, we
you
put
gotta
put a stall between us. We're
Yeah,
not that
there's the
fucking
bro
close.
code, man. You
There is
gotta
the bro code.
one
But
But you
stall.
guys can't talk to each other while you're pee-peeing.
I'm gonna roll for number of stalls. Damn, 10.
Yeah,
Too bad the
animal
answer is
stall,
actually
dude.
5.
There's 5 stalls between us.
No, I'm saying how many stalls there are in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Then there's
All right.
3 stalls between us.
Sylnan, how do you think they're getting along with all that blood collecting stuff?
I mean, it sounds pretty easy, you know? I mean, what
It
could
sounds
go
like
wrong,
a pretty
right?
simple task. I'm sure they'll come back with boatloads.
Hey, it's
yeah.
me, Todd
A lot
Howard.
easier than
Oh, no.
outside. Suddenly you fucking tell me lies.
Tell me sweet little
lies.
So
I cast prestidigitation and make a flush sound and then walk out of the bathroom.
I mean, I'm gonna allow for bullshit, but like, what the hell would Br'aad know what the fuck a flush sound is? Those don't exist.
He's thought about it a lot, dude. No worries. I can't just leave a room like a normal person.
What would happen if we had flushing loos?
Ooh, that would be so crazy.
Oh, wow.
So,
There's magic. Anything's possible.
You guys-
Let's take it a step further.
you guys step out of your stalls. What do you do
Yeah,
next?
we do.
Do you guys exit the bathroom, or you guys don't do
Um,
anything else?
Do you have anything else that you
wash
wanna...
my hands. I'm not.
There is no place to
Oh,
wash your
sh-
hands.
Sylnan looks at his hands, disgusted.
I clean his hands with my spell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How nice.
I soil them again.
Ah.
Oh, they're so bad now. I clean them again. All right.
Anyway, we walk
good on
out.
that front.
Fucking,
We're good
we
on that
leave.
front.
Yep. Okay.
We're all good with the
Yes.
bathroom roleplay.
As you guys head out of the bathroom, Thardo does not seem to be there at the moment.
Well, what the
Okay.
fuck?
What do you think we should do now? Should we peek around a little or just play it safe?
I don't know. This place is pretty interesting. I'd like to peek around a
Okay,
little more.
all right. Let's
But
just
if we see
say-
Thardo, we should probably talk to him. That's probably
All right, let's do that.
the same.
Okay, so where are you guys
Anyway.
heading then?
I want to go to this main stage, the stage that we'd be doing the play.
Okay.
The door to that's locked though, right?
No, actually, there doesn't seem to be any plays happening on this day. It seems to be one of the days that they aren't running anything. So the stage is empty, vacant. You actually head in there, and you can see there are some people. Thardo's actually in there as well. As you walk in,
How about that?
you see Thardo standing. He is center stage, front, crowd side, and he's just walking back and forth. He's pointing to these people who are actually moving in, and they have what look like fake trees, fake bushes, a lot of these props that are created using mesh and other sort of whatever they use, whatever materials they have on them. They're pulling them around. He's kind of pointing where they should go, and he's thinking and just kind of directing them around the stage.
I would like to look up towards where the overlooking.
So coming
office
into the main
is.
area, as you look, you see to the right, probably about right center of the room, you can see where it bulges back out to a window. That sort of it's in almost like a rounded pattern, and it just juts out, and you can see it's made out of complete glass, and you can just barely see parts of an office in there. You assume that's
Is there
Thardo.
Where
any-
is it?
Up from above,
Yeah,
how far up it is? It would
Yeah.
be 30, like high 30, low 40 feet.
Interesting. Okay, and does it look like the scaffolding leads up there? And
Not
it's
at
close
all.
To that office.
There doesn't seem to be any scaffolding up above where you are now, but you can see some around the curtains of the main stage, but they don't seem to come out above the actual seating.
Gotcha. I wanted to see if we could like get a vantage point and look in there, but.
You could possibly,
what
if you
I'm
go
gonna
to the
do.
scaffolding out on the top of the main stage, you
Oh,
might be
wait,
able to
wait,
peek.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be like, you know what, Thardo, I know you've been doing it for a long time, but I honestly think that bush could just be a little bit to the left, I want to say. And then I'm gonna walk over towards the big glass sort of dome up there. Is there any angle in there which you can't see from where we are? I imagine like the lower part of it would be hard to see, right?
What do you mean? Lower part of what?
So if we're like all on the stage or around the theater and we're looking at that big glass enclosure, I imagine like if something were on the floor of it, we wouldn't be able to see, right?
Yes.
That's 30 feet up. Like you.
Yeah. You can just
it's
see like
30
parts of the
it's 30
roof.
feet up?
You can see part of the roof from through it.
Okay.
That's about
Good
it.
to know. I want to pop in live clock on the floor of that room.
How far can you pop live clock?
I want to say it's 30 feet.
Yeah, I would ask because I said high 30, low 40.
You do a high jump. You try to like.
You have to get higher.
Let me scout out where the bushes should be. 30 feet.
Yeah, so it's high 30s, low 40s is how high up it is. So I would say where you guys currently are, you can't actually even reach the flooring.
Thardo, do we jump in this play? Look at me do it.
Can you,
Thardo, check this out.
Can you jump 10 feet in the air? I don't think you can.
I pick up Br'aad on my shoulders. Check this out,
Sylnan,
Thardo.
help me jump. All right.
Let me see something here real quick.
Totally inconspicuous.
You realize as you look around, you notice that you can't really get him up as high as you want where you're currently at. So you look around, see, you find another way, and the scaffolding to the window doesn't seem to be 30 feet apart from each other. So if you got up to the scaffolding, you might be able to pop him in from there.
Are we? So we're not doing the thing where Sylnan throws me 5 feet in the air, because that's all it would take. Really, if you think about it.
Sylnan, what's your strength?
It's like 13 or something.
So you're wanting to just main stage.
You just
get on her shoulders and then toss him straight up.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, check this out. We're actually a performing duo.
I get on his shoulders, and then he jumps, and then I jump. And based on my experience,
I'm gonna say, okay. So first of all, I'm gonna need strength check from Sylnan if this is actually happening.
Is this? Are we actually doing this?
Yeah, we're doing this.
Okay. Just strength. Okay, that's 11. Then.
It's 11. I'm thinking. Okay. So then, Br'aad, I need you to make an acrobatics check.
It's gotta look like we're putting on a show.
That's a 24.
24? Okay. Is the whole actual jump part, both of you jumping, is that a meme or is that gonna happen too?
Hey, it's extra distance.
Sylnan's 5'11", you're like 5 feet 2. You'd already be 10 feet in the air. If you just jump, you'd be fine.
If you think about it.
No, honestly.
Yeah, you'd be over 10. You're fine, dude.
Because you're standing, because Br'aad's
jump.
standing jump will be, 1 second. I can tell you this actually exactly what Br'aad's standing jump will be. So if you're doing a high jump, it will be, you can leap straight up into the air, a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. So for you can jump 3 feet in the air. I'm gonna say making that jump, you can indeed pop live clock into just barely into the window.
Okay, sick.
And as you do, I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you come back down, because Sylnan's not gonna catch you.
I'm already in position. I'm posing.
Since I rolled good acrobatics, can I try for a flip regardless of what?
Yeah, and regardless of why, you can make it look fantastic if you really want to for the acrobatics part. But
very cool. It's a 13 for the saving throw.
You do, you take your leg and you almost like you pose in midair as you hit the top, and then you snap to quickly get live clock. I almost want him lifeline. Live clock into the room.
Mozambique here.
And as you do that, you tumble, and you don't really stick the landing. Well, I mean you do, but on your face.
Break a leg, they say.
You don't take any damage as you're not very high up, but you style and then you come down crashing and burning.
Bro, get to pose.
I pose.
You scramble up and you
Nice.
and you quickly pose. So.
Yes.
Thardo just looks at you guys. He has one hand kind of crossed over the other, and then another one just on his chin, stroking where a beard would be if he wasn't a dragonborn.
The trick is to combine the acrobatics with a little bit of the comedy there at the end. The intentional failure.
Deception check.
What was the pose that I struck?
Deception check as well for that.
Oh my god, I hate rolling dice, bro. Oh, that's not bad. 21.
21. He goes, right. It was comedy. Okay.
He probably thinks we're fucking freaks.
But tell me, why did you do it? I mean,
we like to make an entrance.
Well, the stage is my home. I saw it and I just couldn't help it.
Right.
We wanted to show off our abilities before.
No need for that. So it's all right. Okay.
Really? We were just about to do it again. Are you
No.
sure?
I'm already like underneath.
Yeah, I'm like half climbing up Sylnan, like, okay.
Please. I want you guys in full fighting spirit for the training. Now.
Training?
Right, of course. You're going to have to train for the play.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just go in balls deep and not know what you're doing. So, what can we do? Let me think about it.
While he's thinking about it, I'm aware of what Live Clock's seeing, right?
Only
What's the layout?
So, Live Clock, you have to change your vision to his. I'm gonna let you know that now.
Oh, I thought you said with him I was always aware of...
No. If you're seeing through its eyes, you're always aware. That's what it is. It's always aware. Live Clock himself, looks around all directions at all times, so he's always aware, so he can alert you. But to see through your familiar's eyes, you actually lose your vision to see theirs.
All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna close my eyes and cross my arms and go. I'm not sure if he's talking or not, but that's okay.
I'm gonna make a performance check for that, just for the hell of it.
So fucking
and maybe.
anime.
Okay, so what was the performance?
19 plus 8, so 20. Fuck.
Okay, so
Okay,
what was
a 27?
27. Okay, so as you begin to move over to the eyes and ears of your wonderful familiar, Thardo speaking. He's kind of just talking generally to you guys. He's looking back and forth, and he says, "For Sylnan, I was thinking maybe you could be one of the prince's servants, right? But for Br'aad, I was thinking more of the." And then sound just completely goes away from you.
I think that's perfect for Br'aad, yeah.
As it cuts away, and you see to live clock, the first thing you hear is just a.
God fucking damn.
And you look around, you can see through his eyes. He seems more confused than anything else as to why the hell he's here. He's looking around. It seems like he's looking around for you.
I'm gonna tell him into his mind, just like it's okay, buddy. I'm down here. I'm sending you on a little bit of a little infiltration mission here. Think you can get a lay of the land?
And he starts hovering around and like looking around at things. You get a better view. As soon as you say get a better lay of the land, he immediately starts moving.
Okay.
You see,
just stay low.
And he starts hovering down a bit lower. You see a large curved, almost like a banana shape for a desk with a large chair sitting behind it. This is what's directly in front of the window at first. And then looking around, you see on the walls, at least of this part of the office, many bookshelves aligned with different books, different covers. You can't really make out the titles from this distance, but they seem to be a very wide array of different genres, stories, information.
Is this room circular?
No. The window itself juts out and becomes circular for this part. This room is actually square, and it seems to, where the bookshelves end, it widens out into more rooms.
Oh, it's multiple rooms?
It seems to be. So these walls, just bookshelves, and then in front of that, there's just a carpet leading up to the desk. And then you see the front door. This is the one you assume Sylnan got caught picking.
Big golden door.
Big golden door. And then there are two hallways that spread off to the left and right, both of the doors shut to them.
No safe things in this room, right?
All right, investigation.
Are you rolling for him?
I mean, if you'd like to, it's a -4.
Nice.
All right. 1.
He kind of just, his eyes start looking. Actually, wait, investigation is.
His eyes look at each other and like.
He gets scared by his own other eye. It just starts floating around and seems to just get lost where it is and goes. It starts like looking around and then regains itself and then moves on. It doesn't seem to notice any safes or anything, but it moves down towards the end of the hall where there's the front door and then the two shut other doors that lead out of this room.
I'm gonna have him stick one of his stocks through the keyhole on the right door.
Okay. He moves down, pops it through, and you see, the first thing you see is a lot of seating. You see couches, love seats, coffee tables, what are these, cushions just all over the place. It seems like this is mostly like the lounge sort of area where he has guests. You can kind of see on one of the back walls before it goes out of view. You can see wine racks and other racks that are holding different bottles of alcohols and whatnot.
That's all I see, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pop him over to the other side, stick his eye in there.
Okay, sticking his eye in there, you see a lot more shelves. They seem to have files in them, all of them in boxes that are seem to be organized around. Other than that, it's kind of hard to see anything from this side of the room, but this room seems to hold important items. Sylnan, you're in conversation right now with Thardo. You guys are talking.
Yes.
He's mentioning how he thinks he's talking about the outfit right now for your character. He goes, the outfit would be a bit more regal. The trimming would have a red to it, along with some silver behind that. The actual cloak itself would be white, of course. And I have to go for a second. Can you watch the stage for me?
Of course, yeah. Not a problem.
Right. Okay. I have to go on an errand really quick. Be 1 second. And then he turns around and he doesn't need to go down the stairs. He hops off the stage and starts heading towards the exit.
I'm assuming Brad's like,
yeah. As he runs, Br'aad is just.
I kind of pat him on the back a bit because I'm assuming
he can still feel it. Right? You feel yourself start getting patted on the back.
Yes, I agree.
I slap him harder.
All right, I unsummon life. And I look around like, what?
I think.
Yes, old buddy, old pal.
Yeah, he left. He looked like he was concerned about something, and he left. Nothing really happened, but I'm really concerned about that.
Do I have knowledge of what that might be at all?
Well, no, not broad.
Okay, that's fair.
With your wisdom, no,
sense.
you wouldn't.
Okay, well, I think I have an idea of where it might be.
Interesting. Okay, that's good at least. Still don't understand this whole live clock thing, but
well, it's useful in post.
I don't care. Just whatever. Anyways, he wanted us to watch the stage, and I assume that's exactly what we should do.
Yeah, I can do that. All right.
We're gonna cut then to Mountain, Velrissa, and Taxi. You guys, along with Hilltree, start making your way back to. I assume you guys are just gonna head back to the theater at this point, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
We don't tell them anything.
So how do we explain the gashes and
We fought.
stuff?
Just tell them, I guess.
I fell down this.
It was a really big rabbit.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Do you think they'll buy that
Of
Hilltree?
course. Have you ever met Br'aad?
I mean, Mountain
You
and
see
I.
the
He put it on paper.
could
Sylnan
tell-
wouldn't be able to rate it. He wouldn't know.
Damn, why is he so savage now?
You've got a good point there, Hilltree. Let's go.
We can tell
Yeah,
them.
wait, Hilltree, since when do you have good points?
I don't know. Started reading. I took
I'm
more
gonna-
naps.
I'm gonna look at Hilltree a little bit. I'm gonna look
That's
at
what it
Hilltree a
is.
little bit and like look around his like tumor. thing.
Make a investigation check.
Investigate him. That's a 9.
It's a 9. It doesn't. You don't really notice anything different about it, but I mean, it's very obvious to see Hilltree seems to be getting at least wiser a bit than he was before.
All right, whatever. Let's go in.
All right, so you guys begin heading back. What do you want to do for Sylnan? First of all, what is it exactly?
Okay, so while I'm sitting at the stage, I wanna get Br'aad to read Ugarth's journal to me. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
All right.
Do you have time for that? Is that okay?
Let's say. Ooh, this will be good. Okay, so you sit down. Both of you take a seat. You go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
Say, Br'aad, while we're waiting here, I guess, could you, I pull out the journal, read this to me?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
And then I do that.
Okay, so you pull it up. You open it up just to. Do you go to the first page, latest entry? What do you do for it?
Do you want me to just start from the front, or?
I guess let's just start from, like, his last entry. I mean,
Okay,
take
your
a
call.
look.
I go to the last entry and.
They're coming to me again.
They're coming to me. I'm not gonna do that.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Every night it feels like it gets hotter and hotter to sleep. It's crushing me down. I can feel the emotions taking over. Senses lost. Oh, I can really only see one way out. And at least I can help a friend in the meantime. And that is all he wrote on the last page.
Seems
Wow,
like he had a lot going on.
Yeah.
You want me to
I mean,
read the one before that?
maybe we should flip to a random page in there. Maybe there'll be some important information regarding what we just
I
heard.
flipped to a random page.
You flip to a random page, this one a bit older, you kind of flip through some of them, getting to, predating a bit. And it just goes, had a long night of drinking again. Nothing seems to quell it. I didn't mean to take his life. I just couldn't help myself.
That's it.
That's where it ends.
That's it.
Another random page?
I wanna flip through and see if I can find anything about when he started having these issues.
You begin flipping back further, and the one you land on, it says, another restless night. He keeps calling to me. He doesn't really ever want to let up. Sometimes I feel like my life ain't mine. Sometimes I just want to, I don't know, give it to someone else.
To someone else. God, I'm curious.
Yeah, what's...
Give what? There's a lot to unpack here, I feel.
I mean, you've got a possession thing going on. I sold
I'm
my
gonna say
soul.
as well. I'm gonna say, just because I'm rolling, just for brevity. You flip to another page. This one starts out a bit more, even more blunt than the last ones.
There was a lot of blood. It's the whole family this time. No matter how many times I try to calm, I try to breathe, I can't stop. I'm hungry for something I don't even want. I want to live like the rest of them. I don't want to be a beast.
I look very concernedly at Sylnan.
Sylnan's just kind of looking down, kind of like processing what he's hearing.
Do you want me to read any more? I understand if...
I mean, I feel like we should go through this all at some point. Maybe not now, but I feel like we should know, I guess.
Do you think he'd want us to?
I don't know.
Because if I'm honest, I like the way I think of him right now. I mean, it's your call, though. He was your friend.
I don't know. I mean, I want to know what was eating at my friend. I mean, I
Is that gonna
wish
help? Is that gonna help you?
I mean, maybe. I mean, remember what happened on that rooftop? I mean, could be something similar.
Okay.
Maybe not now though. Maybe later.
No, let's take it slow. But I'm here for you. I'll help you with this.
Thank you.
We'll figure it out. You know, he was your friend. I don't think he could have ever been mine. We didn't really click that way, but he was a hero. Especially if he had all this going on.
Well, he was a hero in my books too. He's done a lot for me.
And with those thoughts in mind, really more questions than you got answers. I think that's where we're going to end the session.
Hey guys, just want to give a quick shout out to all our patrons. I know I said I wasn't going to, but of course I'm going to. So this is a big thank you to all of our current $10 and up patrons on Patreon. Alexandra Coyne, Allison Dean, Andrew Geraku, Chloe, Ethor Haraldson, Helios, Jacob Archer, Jay Noel, Just Another Emma, Lil Bean Entertainment, Mick Checks, Melly Nito, Oathkeeper, Pie Inc., Rossi19, Read This If You're a Nerd, Read This If You're Not a Nerd, Samantha Dawn, Trash, Turkey, and Yaddles Goong. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for listening. Oh, also, don't forget to just roll with it.